night shift. I couldn't say nothing wrong. Should've knew that all along. Had me all up in your mix. Probably fifth out of your list. I ain't tugging on your tits. I'll just sit and reminisce. Back when you was on my dick. Back when you was on my dick. Always had something to prove. Nowadays the way you move is like you have nothing to lose. Like you wasn't on my dick. Like my you was on my dick. Like my you was like my you was like my you was on my dick. Like my you was like my you was like my you was on my dick. Like my you was like my you was like my you was on my dick. Ruled by Pisces too, y'all. I'm just keeping it a bean. You know what I mean? Bars. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, that should be good. I think it is anyway. Why is this got a fucking feedback? Use echo cancellation. Okay. You was feeling that happy? Can you see me happy, Sky? Oh no. Facts. Okay, at least I got that. The intro was sexy happy. He was feeling that. That's a bop, right? I appreciate you. I really do. Wanted to leak that out there, see what type of vibes that'll pick up. Yeah, you can hear me? Fantastic. Nice. All right. Moving right along. Glad you're here, though. I'm glad you're here. You know what I'm saying? Let's give a round of applause for being here. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. That will be dropping on the album soon, whenever. You know what I'm saying? I keep saying that shit, but you know how it is. It will be dropping. You know what I mean? Liz's Booty has entered the building. Let's make it clap for Liz's Booty. You already know. Let me let off that motherfucking horn one time. Yeah, pretty much. Hi-licious, though. What's going on, man? Ben, you have big hands. Do you have big feet, too? I do, though. Stop playing, yo. My feet are fucking... Look, I ain't gonna be stretching and doing the most right now, but I ain't lying. I ain't just saying that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got big ass fucking feet. My feet look like fucking Bugs Bunny feet. What the fuck is going on with y'all though? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? I'm glad we're back. I don't know why I feel like I've been going for 2 weeks and it's just been a week like regular, but you know what I mean? Let's hear that sexy intro one more time though. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? One more time, build up the momentum and energy in this bitch and then we gonna get right to it, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna hold you. Yo, happy you sound. Working the overnight shift. You running out of ice cream, happy. Should've knew that all along. Had me all up in your mix. Probably licious, you feel me? Right, like I know people like, look. That's why I had to make a post earlier when I came to do the mic check. I'm like, yo, put your big girl panties on. Put your big boy drawers on. Nowadays the way you move is like you have nothing to lose. Like you wasn't on my dick. Like my you was on my dick. Like my you was like my you was like my you was on my dick. Like my you was like my you was like my you was on my dick. Like my you was like my you was like my you was on my dick. Okay, one more time. You know what I'm saying? That shit is all right. But yeah, we're gonna talk about politics tonight. Like I said on a mic check earlier, I'm like, yo, look, I know, and I just know this by watching, being observant, right? A lot of people feel a lot of different ways about what has happened, what has transpired in the United States of America this past week. So as you can see, it's titled "The Republic for Which It Stands." Right, 4 years of orange face. I'm starting to think that maybe the color that he has to him is starting. You get where I'm going with that? And I don't even want or like to be racist about this thing, right? But it's going to be almost impossible to not make race a factor, to not make color a factor. It's almost impossible, B. It's almost impossible. And what I was saying was like, it feels like because he's so orange that he's starting to give off the effect of a colored person. I'm just saying, and I know his biggest supporters are gonna be like, no fucking way, nigga, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, your boy got a criminal record now and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's starting to look a little different. You know, he's been seen with a lot of celebrities and stuff. I ain't gonna get too deep into that. I might not want to touch that with a 10-foot pause. But you get what I'm saying, right? But it's a real big mixed bag out there. It's a mixed bag out there of feelings and all types of, you know what I'm saying? Thug life, right? Like, how do you, I guess we might as well start there, right? Because I look at it as like this. Whoever's in the office now is a reflection of the nation. So one would think that, right? I would think that one would think that. So what that means is we now have a convicted felon as a president. I believe so, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but is he convicted? I think he's convicted. I think he's a felon now. I don't really keep up close to all of that shit, but I think he's a fucking felon now. So we are run by a nation that is allegedly the greatest nation on earth, and a criminal runs the organization. Now look, I got mixed feelings about this because I'm a convicted felon, right? So on one side, I'm looking at this like, a felon could turn their life around and really truly do anything. You know what I'm saying? I've corrected the department actually assisted in correcting me, right? So I'm going to give them their props first. He is convicted. Thank you, Licious. So, turned my life around for the most part, and I'm like, okay, well, look at this shit. You never know when it might be my turn, right? Or someone like me. So maybe that gives a reflection to the nation like, don't ever give up, no matter what you've been through, even prison or even jail, That's on one end. On the other end, there's a part of me, right, that feels like even though I've come on the other side, pause, that's crazy word, but I've come out on the other side of the tracks going through that criminal fire from the stance of where I've been and been through it. I myself, and this is going to sound, I don't know how long this statement is going to stick for me, but pause. I wouldn't want someone, I wouldn't say like me in that office, but I wouldn't necessarily want a convicted felon being the president of the United States of America. And that's coming from a convicted felon. But it's probably because of all of the things I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Being knee-gritty, just being in it. You understand what I'm saying? But let me play devil's advocate again. On the other side of this, right? I'm saying I seen some shit. These motherfuckers be going to parties with his all kind of baby oil and shit. I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying I'm using baby oil to add some effect onto this. You know what I'm saying? Because since baby oil is still a hot topic around this bitch. Who's to say that he hasn't seen the grittiest and the grimiest and the slimiest of things? I mean, we talking about a dude who's a fucking billionaire, right? And all of these conspiracy theories or these wild accusations or stories about, what they do on their downtime and how they're like praying to owls in the woods, running around butt naked, having sword fights with their dicks and all kind of wild shit. Who the fuck? What I did is probably a cakewalk. What I did is probably not criminal at all compared to what some of these people have done. Fuck around, right? So maybe I'm just fucking fooling myself and being too hard on myself. Pause. You know, maybe I just got caught. It's pretty much what I'm saying. And he's what, 80 something? And he's just now getting caught. You know what I'm saying? Right. How did and this is my point. Exactly, Licious Booty. This is my point, right? I fuck around, I got caught in my younger years. They hunted me down before I could fucking become a president or some shit, right? But we all know Homeboy's story. He gets to where he's going. He done did all types of shit, right? They fucking checking my application, or they'll check your application, or the average person, right? Rich people who are watching this that don't, and I mean rich people who are just like investors that don't work and shit like that, you can take heed to what I'm saying as well. You can see someone who just, or imagine someone who goes to apply for a job and then they ask them, have you ever been convicted of a felony? Like, are you fucking nuts? Like this, it can't be a thing no more. So that's going to be something huge coming up. That's going to be something huge coming up, pause. But it is, you know what I mean? And I don't know necessarily how this whole legal dispute thing is going to go. Like, I think he's still in court, right? So what if he's still in court and he's still facing charges and they still haven't realized or come to terms on whether they're going to lock him up or not? Or what if because he's the president, he just gets it right? Because you could just write an executive order like, oh yeah, I'm not going to do my sentence right now. I'm going to overturn it. And, you know, the same way that he pardoned people to be let out of prison, he's just going to pardon himself to get out of prison. Now, if this is the type of behavior that takes place during his presidency, I'm telling you right now, that is a clear signal of for the Republic, or should I say to the Republic, for which it stands. Because look, jokes on a lot of people. Jokes on a lot of people, if you ask me, who believe that this country is a democracy. This country always was a republic. And no matter how much they may play back in the shadows, or they may act like they don't know what's going on, or that the Republicans have become the dumb party all of a sudden, bro, sis, it's always been a republic. And whenever they feel like standing up and stomping their feet and getting wild, you see, ain't nobody stormed the White House, did they? I don't think it's going to happen in January either. Because that's just not what we do. When I say, and look, democracy is a demon mob, right? But I can guarantee you that shit is not going to happen when it's time to switch the roles of the office. We not hopping those types of fences. We'll hop a fucking fence, but we not going to hop our own government's fence. That's not what we do. That's not what we do. And I can tell you like this, to the colored people who did hop the fucking White House fence, y'all got some identity politics or something. And I'm only saying that because of how we were categorized and lumped into these check boxes of races. You know, we can't be oblivious to race, the constructs that they made up, like, because they will categorize you based upon it. So don't be fucking naive to the point where you just leave race out of it because you want to be kumbaya. Nah, fuck that. Realize what it really is. You know what I mean? It's mind-boggling to me. But like I said, maybe Homeboy changed. He really turning his life around. Because I know what redlining is, and I know he was behind it. You understand what I'm saying? So, again, sometimes people can change. Sometimes you can be diverted away from the way you used to be, turn a new leaf, and renew your mind and become a better citizen in the society. Trust me, I've done it. I'm doing it. So I'm not counting them out. I'm just saying I don't forget shit. And when you let people get up on the stage that you run, that you own, and you let them say slick shit, like diss the Puerto Ricans and shit like that, like look, man, it's a time and place for everything. I don't think that was funny. Like I don't think that was a joke. I don't think that was funny. I'm just saying. And then the easy way to cop out of that is just like, oh, it wasn't me. I didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say it. It's just like, yeah, that's your man's though. You ain't gonna check your man's. That's your man's though. You ain't know what he was gonna say. Come on. Don't beat me in the head with the bullshit, you know? So I'm just saying. That's my opinion, you know? Let me see what y'all talking about. But we damn sure shouldn't be discriminated against because of a felony on a job application. Like, it's official. We are fucking criminals. The country is criminal. Like, that's the representation of the country. It's criminal. It's fucking wild. Now, again, you know, I done grabbed a few pussies in my time. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you this, I didn't go vote for a rapist. And I think that's one of his charges. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between grabbing some pussy and it's a difference from taking some pussy. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody just told me that he was convicted of rape. I was like, what? They convicted him of rape? I said, oh, shit. Well, I'm not voting for a rapist. I mean, I wasn't anyway. You know what I'm saying? I was voting for Kamala anyway, but we're going to get to that in a minute. Of why I did and what my stance is and shit like that. We're going to unpack all of this shit. Let me see what y'all talking about, though. Do you think world leaders would have been intimidated by Kamala or Trump? Like Trump. I feel like this. That's a good question, Happy Sky. Let me give Happy Sky a star. I'll be giving y'all stars like we in fucking kindergarten and shit. But all right. I tell you, I'm trying to see what I can say because I've been privy to some, should I say, inside information from the fifth dimension around this type of topic. What I'll say is this. I don't think certain world leaders are intimidated by Trump, and that's because I think Trump has a dictator quality about himself. I think if given enough leeway, he would and will become a dictator. He just strikes me as the type. So I say that because I think that the world leaders that would love to be cool with Trump are those types as well, those archetypes as well, the dictator types, to where they call each other up and they'll say, well, how many people do you have your thumb on and have under control? And, you know, they'll laugh and joke about that. You know what I'm saying? Of how much in control they have their country, instead of asking questions like, how happy are your people? You understand what I'm saying? And that's not to say that people that are in other countries are not happy. Some countries, they may be happy and I'm none the wiser. But I can tell you from being an American and seeing Americans on a day-to-day basis that Americans are fucking miserable. I'm just keeping it a fucking bean. Can I keep it a bean? Americans are miserable, and I be trying to duck and dodge a whole lot of conversations, and I stick close to the people that I can talk to and kick it with because of this. You know? Now, I think if Kamala got in office, I think anyone who would want to bring harm to the U.S. would be intimidated. And I know that may sound counter to especially to what the Reds think, because the Reds' argument, or for the most part of what I heard from the majority of them, is that they think that because if a woman gets in the office, men are not going to respect that a woman is in charge, the commander-in-chief of a nation, so they're going to feel like it's an ample opportunity to come bombard, invade, and do the worst to the nation at that point in time. My theory is this, or at least my perception is this. What type of man or what type of men see that a woman has been placed in the most powerful seat of the nation and then turns their back on her? I don't know men that do. I don't know men like that, B. And if I do know men like that, I don't know that they're like that. It's fucking puzzling to me how so many men can be upset. Like, I see it online, how so many men could be, oh, I'm not voting for her because she's a woman, and therefore, you know, they're going to think that we're suckers, so we're not going to be able to win any wars if there's going to be a war, and this, that, and the third. And it's just like, yo, you wouldn't fight, my dude? Like, all right, I got to talk about this, because this is one of the arguments that I see, is that, first of all, the migrants coming into the nation, right? It's supposed to be it's the Democrats' fault. is the argument. So because they're here, what they're doing is they're sending their rapists, all of the criminals from all of the other prisons. They're sending the worst of everybody over here. And now America is way more dangerous. And so I'm like, okay, I hear it. And I'm like, so you're scared? Because all that sounds to me like is that they're scared. And if so, okay, you're scared. But how is the most armed criminal, shoot 'em up, bang, bang, will shoot your fucking school up, people in the fucking world who got all of the fucking guns under the beds, under the couches, the garages, in the backyard? How are y'all scared or even concerned about border jumpers coming to this nation? Make this shit make sense for me. Please make that shit make sense for me. Because if from the way I see it, this is your fucking day of reckoning. This is what you've been waiting for. This is why you stockpiled all the weapons. This is why you got all of the ammunition. This is what you've been waiting for your entire fucking life. So now you telling me niggas is here invading the country already, and now you're concerned about it. What the fuck is your guns doing on the shelf? What is these shits, trophies? What the fuck? Somebody make that shit make sense for me. It's puzzling, right? Can't even say that I don't make a great point right there. It's fucking mind-boggling. What are the guns for? What are the guns for? You gotta be fucking shitting me. So the joke's on that side, or for whoever thinks like that, when Kamala says something like, we're gonna take the guns. Why not? At this point, yes, I must be sarcastic. Yes, I must crack a joke. Yes, I must make a joke out of this, because now it's like, well, why not? If your argument is that you're scared of the fucking border jumpers, you're scared of foreigners, the fuck you got the guns for? Fuck it, take them. They ain't using them. Niggas could sure find them schools, though. They find them schools real easy. They find them churches real easy. You can hunt a deer like a motherfucker, though. Shit, wow, bananas, B. Shit kind of wow. Let me see what y'all talking about before we... Somebody got to make that part make sense for me, though. And as far as being scared of Trump, world leaders, before I get back to y'all, as far as being scared, world leaders being scared of Trump, there were no wars when he was in office. I think, yeah, he'll threaten the shit out of somebody, and he has the demeanor like if he had to push a button that he would. But would he? I don't know. I don't really know if he would. That hasn't been, you know what I mean? That hasn't been, and I'm not saying I'm supporting the fuck shit, but if you can see, this world is built on relationships. I'll say that. So when you want to destroy the allies come by way of relationships through the Libra energy. And when you destroy the relationships with allies that you have all over the world can close in on you. It starts to look like betrayal. It says, how could you betray me? And I know people feel the way that they feel. Oh, we give all this money to Israel. We give all this money to them. We give all this money to Saudi Arabia, and so on and so forth. But you got to know the inner workings of all that shit. We made a lot of money. We made a lot of oil money with them guys. We made there's a lot of weapons being sold back and forth across the nation and shit like that. We got a lot of contracts in those other countries and shit like that. But if you don't know the inner workings of the business of the United States of America, you're going to see what you see on the news, right? And you're going to base your opinions off of that. You see bodies exploding and children fucked up and all like, yeah, you're going to be like, yo, that shit is dumb. Nobody want to fucking go to war. You know what I'm saying? But let somebody come over here and say that they want your resources and shit like that. What you going to do then? You know? What if they come over here and try to take Bush oil? What's going to happen? Niggas going to get the shooting, right? I would think so. Says mess around and find out. Discrimination should be never, I believe. Yeah, discrimination is just terrible. Look, I was talking about this in a video that I uploaded not too long ago about the left side and the right side of the brain, right? The right side of the brain sees things as a way that is, whole, or one, but the left side sees things as analytical. Things are supposed to be compartmentalized, categorized, you know what I mean? Put in the boxes, which creates division. And I think because we have the Gemini energy, all of us, we all have that twin energy. We all have that left side, right side brain in us. We all have to deal with that somehow. But I don't think, at least this nation is not mature enough to identify the difference between the brain hemispheres. Another thing that's not taught in elementary, IS, high school. Shit, I ain't took my first course on that until I was in college. So it's just like, yo, you should learn that shit as a youngin'. That the two sides of your brain are really fucking different from each other. And if we were mature enough to say that, okay, I am me. I'm split into this avatar as an individual. I have an ego. That's me, right? But at the same time, I'm a break off of you, and you. So on a deeper level, you are me and I am you. But as soon as you start to treat people that way, and somebody think that they gonna pull a fast one on you, or their ego gonna get this high, they think they could step on you, right? And then you gotta say, well, you know what? Fucking experiment is over. We all got to get left brain. We all about to get analytical and compartmentalized then, because I ain't going. The same way that they think that they could be ignorant and be on some fuck shit all of the time, don't respect the motherfucking space and shit like that, then you gotta get ignorant. Not saying that you have to, right? There's more, what they say, more than one way to skin a cat or some shit like that. Borrow some fucking nice. I don't forget either, says Licious Booty Facts. You know what I'm saying? I don't forget shit. So, you do some shit like Redline, right? Which says, my people can't live next to your people because you're pale and my people are dark. You're white, my people are brown, right? You did this. You was in charge. You was that nigga. You was running shit. Buildings, apartments, and all that. You ain't want nobody living together. And not for nothing, I done heard stories about segregation and how we lost mad economic resources when we got into integration anyway. I couldn't have been alive back then, because I'm telling you, and in some type of way I probably was, right? One of my ancestors. But at this level, oh baby, listen, I'd have been going the fuck off. Because I'd have been like, yo, why the fuck y'all want to go eat where they want to eat at when they trying to kill us? Like, why would you want to go sit and eat with your killers? Like, these niggas is literally killing us based upon our skin color, and y'all want to go sit in their restaurants when we got restaurants? The fuck is wrong with y'all? But anyway, my point, like Licious Booty agreed with, I don't forget. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was years ago. Maybe he did change, or maybe he's fronting like he changed, because that's what politicians do. They will do any and everything to sway the vision of the people, the way that they need it to be seen, So you might let a rapper out of prison, right? Pardon a rapper out of prison, You might invite some black celebrities to the White House, right? It's a different, ain't no red line and then, but it's a publicity stunt. Come on, man. Niggas ain't stupid. And I heard, Trump dated a black woman before and all that. It's like, all right. I would like to date the nationalities that I have porn fantasies about too. I'm just saying. Who knows if it's a fetish or not? I'm not that close to homeboy to know. I'm just saying I didn't forget the shit that happened. I'm not going to get into the Central Park shit and all. I'm not going to get into that neither. I'm not going to say how he said certain people are great people, not calling them what they are for what it is. This man says he keeps it real all of the time, right? All of the time? And I'm not bitter or salty about him winning. I'm an astrologer. Like, I could have just looked at the astrology and could tell that he was going to win. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a bandwagoner. I'm not a trend follower. And I didn't have to vote. I went and voted anyway because I wanted to put for anyone who's watching me, I want them to know where I stand. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I voted. A lot of people did not vote this time around. Like, at all. So it was just like, well, shit. She really wasn't going to fucking win. You know what I'm saying? But type shit. They wanted him and they got him for their president. Yeah. Trump being back in office, right, Licious Booty, is a loud shout to put people back in their places. To tell us, this is a republic. I don't know what the fuck y'all thought. Homegirl don't got the blood of, what's the king name? King Edward. One of them kings that all of the president's blood got. It's family lineages. I've been said this about, America is a cancer. That means family lineages run this nation, always has. If you trace the blood of all of the presidents, they all go back to this fucking king from England or some shit like that. I forget his name right now, but I promise you, go look it up. Somebody some girl did a study on it. And from what I understand, Kamala doesn't have that blood. So it was gonna happen, and this is just a remark to let people know, like, yo, don't ever get it fucked up. Whenever they want to come back out of the shadows and show that they run shit, they will. They can and they will. So the word elect, right? For example, the word elect means to decide by preference. So we're just choosing. To elect means to choose out of those that are already selected. So it ain't like I could just go knock on my neighbor's door and be like, yo, go run for president. And they got a fucking chance of winning. Like, you already know who's going to win. Watch when I get to the astrology, I'll break down the astrology of it. You already knew who was going to win. But is it a win? We're going to also unpack that too. Is it a win? I want to get back to y'all, though, because I know y'all got some shit to say about this shit, too. I just want to stay caught up. Don't call on us black women for nothing in these coming 4 years. Yeah, we going to see. And now, look, Licious Booty, right? Check this shit out. This is what I'm saying. I don't want to be like this in my natural tendencies to be like this. But I'm very aware of what the fuck is going on here. I've even prepared for if either candidate won, even though I knew Homeboy was going to win. But I've prepared for him to win already because I already know what I'm up against. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a black man. And it's sad that I have to say that, but I must. And when I see black women like, oh yeah, Trump, Sky Daddy, like, you know what I mean? The blonde Sky Daddy came back to save the economy. All right. Remember, I can see you too, ma. I can see. You know what I'm saying? And I still got my friends who on the red side. I got more Republican views than I got Democrat. But when you know what you know, I even checked in with a couple like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Just, I ain't funny like that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Ben, do you consider Kamala to be a black woman? I do kind of, because her father's Jamaican. So I don't know where, because they'll categorize us, Jamaicans, Haitians, Africans, and the indigenous Americans, right? They'll categorize all of us as black. So I don't know how all of a sudden when it gets to her and her dad is Jamaican, she's not black. She's at least mixed black. I know a lot of cultures and ethnicities base their ethnicity on their moms. That's why, I identify most as indigenous, because my mom's is indigenous, from this country, American, black American. But it doesn't negate the fact that the other side of the family is African. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't negate the fact that her father is Jamaican. So when was Jamaican not black? And we got the nerve to be like, yo, all blacks are not, if you ain't American black, you're not black. And we done got put through the ringer so much race-wise. Like, my nigga, come on. Even if you feel that way, like, this is some shit that you should probably be keeping to yourself, at least right now, my nigga. At least right now. Yo, it's mind-boggling to see the black men that are up in arms, which seems to be more because of the economy, or they're just penis pulling. I'm just keeping it a bean of what it looks like to me, what it feels like to me. It feels like penis pulling, like, damn, dude. Like, knock it the fuck off. You need content or you need some shit to say, like, let go of that man's penis like that. Pause. But you know what? To bring that up, Kamala, even her mom is an Indian, right? I think there's a fear of going back to the way things were when we were blue. Krishna and all of them. Yeah, it was a time and period in time where they ran shit too. Shiva, you know, they sure got them statues in front of CERN. Why them statues in front of CERN? You think, come on, people don't want to talk about it. People don't even know we were, you see, we were kind of green. We got blue and then we started turning green and then we got tanner. People don't want to have that conversation. They don't want to have that conversation. Now look, Shorty is a Libra. The South Node is on Libra right now. I told y'all in another video, Westerners are scared as fuck of the South Node. It's all North Node, North Node, North Node if you're a Westerner. Oh no, we got to move forward, moving forward, charge, full speed ahead. Terrified of the past or what's back there, you know? So North Node in, like homeboy got North Node in Gemini. Jupiter's in Gemini right now, transiting. So that was in his favor. Got a North Node in Leo, right? So that's Cancer, Leo, 2 houses over. That's a sextile, opportunity. He's a Leo ascendant, right? So there's so many things playing in his favor, and his trines the South Node. So you could also look at South Node as going back in the past, he already was the president. So with his North Node, or should I say the current North Node, excuse me, the current North Node being in Aries, sextiles Gemini as well. So that's the opportunity to be a leader, as him as a sun sign Gemini, right? Leo, another fire element, he's a Leo ascendant. It's just so many things that point in his favor for it, even when it comes to the South Node. So that part. But as far as her being Indian, like she's still an American citizen, you know what I'm saying? It's just so, it's so funny when it comes to race. Man, people get so divided up and yada, 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 yada. But again, we can't be naive to the race factor either because they lumped us in like that. And what's done is done. Can't forget. We'd be fucking fools if we forgot. Illuminati. Alexa, play Not Like Us. Yo, Licious Booty, you wild as fuck. Yo. Monet Dave, what's going on? Round of applause. Thanks for being here. Readings. Some of her donations came from the elite's families. Of course. Because you know what? Another thing that people don't want to have a conversation about is they be at war with each other. The elites are at war with each other to see how many people they can rule over. Don't think that they all kumbaya together and all that. That's a bunch of bullshit. Because that king was warring with that king back in the day. You know, the king of England, the king of France, the king of fucking Spain, Belgium, whatever the fuck. They was jealous of each other back then. And it's still going on to this day. Everything. Me, you know what I'm saying? We all good in this motherfucker, you know what I mean? Chopping it up about the fucking, you know? But again, I still think there's great things that can come from this, because this is the main thing that I want people to take away from this is, are you elected, or do you feel like you are elected? Because look, this is what they do. Both of the candidates, right? They're doing what they do. And as many people may look at it as like, oh yeah, that one beat that one. I don't see it that way. I see it as two people doing what they do. One person has the actual seat. It's like a basketball game. If you've seen two teams playing against each other and there was no such thing as winning, all you'd see is a bunch of players on the court shooting the ball into the hoop. And you just tally up each individual's points at the end of the game. And then be like, good game. Yeah, you might make a point. Oh, that one scored the most points. He scored 56 points. You know? And then, yeah, you'd be like, yeah. You might give him a chocolate candy or some fucking type of award or some shit. You know what I mean? But still, everybody gonna have a good game. The dude who scored 13 points, might get a highlight reel and be like, yo, but when he came down and he dunked it at halftime, right before halftime, that shit was crazy. That might have been a highlight of the game or what everybody remembers, but he only had 13 points. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to think about it like this. For everybody who doesn't like him or didn't vote for him, do you think that he won in their eyes? He's not a winner in their eyes. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, I don't fuck with dude. I don't ever fuck with dude. I won't ever fuck with dude. I don't give a fuck if he's the president. He's their president. He's your president. He's the MAGA hat's president. He ain't my fucking president. Like, I know people in real life that are like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, won what? He just won because he went after the thing that he went after. And, you know, as it looks, he seems to have more. But it's also a lesson about Jupiter here and the North Node. See that dragon head when it keeps pushing forward and doesn't consider the other side of balance. That head could fall over head first into the ground, ass up. Pause. But I know that sounds crazy work, but it can happen that way. It can happen that way, and I still want good for him. I want the best for him. I want to see even the things that I don't particularly like about him. I want to see if he takes, if he changes something or does something that's so significant that you got to be like, yeah, I got to give him credit for that. You know what I mean? But until then, he's living his fucking life, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everybody doesn't see it as a win. We got to look at ourselves and ask ourselves, are we elected? Like, I just go back to my natal chart like it's a brand new day, and I look at myself and say, am I elected to be the person that this natal chart says that I am? And that's how I go about my life. You know what I'm saying? The president could be the president, but can the president do what you do? Name something right now that you could do that you know goddamn well the president can't do. You know what I'm saying? Have you elected yourself? I'll fucking vote for you. I'll fuck around and vote for you. Whatever you doing, I'm going to vote for you. Oh, yeah, but I did want to talk about that, Monet, about her taking some donations. I heard she got a pretty hefty one from the Gates guy. Can't really say that on this channel. I got flagged for that before, but fuck it, it's too late now. But I heard she got a hefty one from him. And this is my point. Now, remember, this is something to think about. I already got masks and everything. I sold them myself, and then I got all kinds of masks. Because homeboy, the Gates guy, been talking about the wave number 2, and he was just sitting there damn near having an orgasm when he was talking about it on national television. Yeah, we got to get ready for part 2. It's like, nigga, do you know we can see you? But again, this is what happens when you got all of that money and that power. You get in front of everybody on national television and tell them the crimes that you have already committed and the crimes that you are about to commit again. So me doing my little stints in prison, they weren't little. OG told me once, don't ever call any day in life in prison little. The day that you come is like the day that you leave. You do 1 year, you do 10 years. But my point is, me doing time, in contrast to the things that some of those guys have gotten away with, it's fucking child's play. Oh, pause, crazy. That was not the right word to say. But you understand what I'm saying. So my point that I was making is that shit when we all needed the masks took place when Homeboy was in office. Right or wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong. So that says something, that speaks volumes. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, oh, repeat offender. So just like Happy Sky asked, do I think world leaders are intimidated of him? I don't think Gates is. Because he was like, oh, yeah, that's going to be the president. Hold my beer. Hold my beer. As soon as he gets in office, watch the shit that's going to go down. And then that nigga said, yo, go drink some bleach. He said, what he said? He said, don't worry about it. It's fake news. Go drink some bleach or sit under a wind turbine or something. So he said some wild shit, yo. And niggas is like, yo, we up here like, yo, there's trucks with bodies in them shits. Like right downtown in Manhattan. So ain't no telling what this guy is up to right now. He's probably celebrating somewhere, like rubbing his hands together on some Birdman shit. Like, yeah, pull homeboy back up. This is what I wanted. He gets to have his second wave. The pandemic showed us without the working people, they don't make money. Facts. Yo, Monet, that's one of the most important factors that I'm going to be talking about tonight is based upon the economy, because the people who are celebrating the most, especially black men, they're celebrating like crazy because of the economy. Oh, my boy Trump is in office. MAGA motherfucker, black MAGA. Economy gonna jump. My stocks already went up. First of all, okay, you're excited about Bitcoin. Bitcoin just exploded because Trump is in office. Bitcoin is like the #1 world money laundering device as of right now. I'm just keeping it a bean, y'all. People are funneling tons of drug money through fucking Bitcoin, and it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. To keep it a bean with you, I don't even give a fuck, because if ain't nobody else catching it, why should I give a fuck? You understand what I'm saying? Bitcoin is a place of storage. It really doesn't have utility value. That's why I'm bringing it up. So utility value is like this, right? I drink coffee. I'm a fucking coffee drinker, right? I like to get up sometimes. I'm a Pisces. I get up, I be slow as fuck. Where's the coffee at? I want to speed things up. I got to really wake up because I feel like I'm still fucking dreaming. So it has utility value. My brain speeds up. I start typing the keyboard way quicker. I'm organizing shit. It's like, what's the name of that movie? Limitless, I think is the name of it. I get like that with coffee. So there's utility in coffee. They just increased the price of coffee 15 cents right after homeboy got elected. He's not the president yet, though, right? But I'm just saying. I said, man, fuck it. I'm going to pay the 15 cents. Why? Because coffee has utility value. It really does something. What do you do with Bitcoin? What do you do with Bitcoin? Absolutely fucking nothing. It's not even, Ethereum is worth more than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just a storage. It's just storage. It's like Bitcoin is the equivalent of buying a house and not living in it. There's just no utility value. It just isn't. So that's one thing, right? People are also talking about the economy is going to boom. Now, the economy is, check this shit out, right? Of course the economy is going to boom unless, now look, the pandemic showed us that they can't make money without us. That's the main ingredient, because if something happens that is so disastrous that it puts us at a halt and we can't do the things that we normally do or would be usually doing for them, and when I say them, I mean the big corporations, because that's who hires everybody and that's who's raking in the profits, and that's why there's such a wild wealth gap in this nation, because of the corporation, the way that they divvying up and not increasing the wage and all that. Which is another hilarious point to make, because a lot of people are crying at the blues, at the Democrats, for the economy being the way that it is. And I'm like, yo, how fucking uneducated are y'all, B? And yo, the wild shit is Trump said back in the days he would be Republican for that very reason, because they're the easiest group of people to persuade. And I'm like, damn, that's a cold thing to say. But he meant it. Apparently. And apparently he was right, because everybody on his side is beefing about the economy. And I'm like, yo, how many of y'all actually know how this thing works? The government is not in charge of business. You are, motherfucker. You are the entrepreneur that starts their own company, and next thing you know, you go from being a sole proprietorship to hiring 10 people, to hiring 20 people, to hiring 100 people. You start in your garage, now you run Amazon. So that wage that you're complaining about ain't got shit to do with Kamala Harris and them. Nothing. It got everything to do with your fucking boss. And who's the one that's used to saying you're fired and being somebody's boss? That's your boy in them. So it's just, again, it's fucking mind-boggling to hear them talk and say their side of the story when it's just like they don't even know what the fuck is going on. Government, especially in this nation, is always been ran by the women of the village, the women of the tribes, for nurturing purposes. If little kids didn't know which way they should go in the tribe and stuff like that, they had to go sit down with the women and get nurtured more. And so the women could watch them, observe them, teach them. Okay, well, this one's not suited for hunting. This one's not suited for gathering. This one is an artist. This one's a dancer, right? That's where government came from. The settlers knew that when they got here. The government office is a female ran operation. It's what happens when people fall. It's what happens when people don't know what they're doing in the economy, don't know who they are in life, and fall. They go back to the village, to the women, to the feminine principle to learn who the fuck they are. That's why when you see a good man, what they say, oh, there's always a good woman behind a strong man, because she's the one that teaches that motherfucker how to be, what to be, how to do it, how to navigate. We're going to talk about that shit too. Because to be elected, hold on, let me bring this up on the joint. Let me make sure I ain't veer away too far from what I was saying. We was talking about the pandemic, right? Just bring me back to that in case I lose my place. Excuse me. Boom. Look at this photo, right? This is well put together. So electricity is a male principle. Magnetism is a female principle. So it's like we ejaculate in lightning bolts, right? Quick, fast, boom, it jolts out, shoots out like fucking lightning. Y'all supposed to put the gifts away. I'll put that in the intro, the new intro, right? Women, on the other hand, y'all come in waves. Y'all come in pulses and waves, right? But it's true. That's magnetism. So this is a game of electromagnetism, right? This is a game of electromagnetism. So, even myself, I may have overlooked this part when doing the voting. Like, oh, you're going against the ritual of the White House. This is a White House ritual. And that's why they got the obelisk in front of the White House, and it's called an oval office. The oval represents the pussy, the vagina, the placenta. All right. So someone must hold office inside of that oval office, inside of that oval. And 9 times out of 10, it's supposed to be a man. So granted, I may have went against the ritual of electromagnetism on that part. But I also want people to look at this. At least I looked at it. What if you just not, you see the same way, there's different sides to this male principle shit, this masculine principle shit. A lot of men ain't seeing eye to eye. Niggas is getting online and acting like they seeing eye to eye now for content purposes, for clout. They getting views and likes and clicks and shit like that. And people are calling them up to get interviews of them and shit like that so they could talk that relationship shit. But there's a big division amongst men right now. Some men don't believe that men are being men, and others men don't believe that other men are being men. And we got issues in the masculine community. I'm just keeping it a bean, And it seems to be that the most important talking point for males these days is speaking against women. Listen, lead them out of this shit. Speak for your fucking self. Because what's going to happen here is there's going to be a whole lot more hanging with the homeboys, whatever that fucking means. So my point here is, what if, as men, we don't feel like men are behaving in a responsible manner to step into that office? Some of y'all like, hold on, nigga, where's you going with this? It sound like you might be hating. Is you hating, nigga? You cock blocking? Kind of. I don't want nobody getting that White House pussy. I'm just keeping it a bean. I don't feel like niggas should be in that Oval Office pussy. Whether it's represented by Kamala or whoever else, she got years in there. The same way Pelosi and Clinton, them broads got years in there. But like I told y'all, the office is oval for a reason. Y'all think, yo, man, y'all sleep on a woman's power. The office is oval for a fucking reason. We are allowed in there as men to run shit. If you know, you know. If you get what I'm saying. If you know, you fucking know. And if we come to terms that like, yo, you know what? Niggas is just running amok as men. Like they not performing in a way that we say, oh yeah, that's some manly shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you could look at some of the generals of war and shit like that and they just be like, yo, this nigga's a fucking joke, you know? And in general, go figure, right? But in general, you would look at the most solid of men to be military type men, right? Why so many of them got an issue with homeboy? And we can go back to, well, we shouldn't be at war and we need peace and this, that, and the third. Okay, so why we got so many fucking guns? And why are the kids shooting up the schools, shooting up each other, shooting up themselves, right? Men are checking out on the daily now. Women, y'all got y'all issues and shit, but y'all ain't doing what niggas is doing, B. Niggas is checking out. Like, they don't, like, fuck this shit. I ain't trying to do this shit. That's how niggas is on it right now. Like, what you mean, my nigga? Nah, thug it out. Fuck is you talking about? Toughen up. Like, we gotta do this shit. Nah, niggas is checking out. And then, again, everybody's excited about the economy. Oh, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is very new. Y'all know I'm excited about Web 3.0. I've been excited about it for years now. But you got to understand, we got somebody in office who was talking about coal for alternative energy. Coal is before my time. I don't ever recall operating anything off of coal. So I don't know. You know, I know he's older than I am, but it's just like, yo, who are we talking about right now? We talking about a futuristic person, or are we talking about somebody who will go back to using fucking coal? How far do you think we're going to get when it comes to Bitcoin and shit like that? Like, again, I hope there's something going to change about it, but to me, it seems and it feels like it's just going to be like, oh, niggas is going to start washing money through Bitcoin again. That's what it seemed like to me. Now let's get back to the economy as part as the financing part goes. Now look, if you notice during the blue time, a lot of financial constraints is put on the financial system. For those of you who have taken on credit during that time, I kind of feel sorry for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because the rates did what? They jumped. They increased to damn near 30% APR. So what that means is you're going to pay way more money for the debt that you take on. But the other side of that is the Fed, who is not the government, by the way, it's a private institution, did that intentionally because that is what's going to put the economy in better place. Now, look, why? Because people are going to pull back on their wallets. Who's going to pull back on their wallets the most? Us. Shit can't run without us. When I say us, I mean people who are not billionaires. You know what I mean? People who are not in the 1%. So, you know, the rich, the richest of the rich is still going to be spending. That's what they do. They have no fucking choice. Their tabs are way up here. You know what I'm saying? They're not used to doing without. So it doesn't matter to them really what the fucking rates are on the financing. But it was an opportunity for people on the come up to get their finances in order and get prepared for this type of time right now. What's going to happen right now is the Fed are going to turn down the rates, which they've already done before the election because they knew he was going to win too. So they turning down the rates so that people could do what? Borrow more. Yeah, as a consumer, you're going to be able to borrow more too. But what do you think? I keep saying they like I don't run my own business. But what do you think business owners are going to do? They're going to crank it up to fucking 10 and turn up that fucking debt thing. They're going to get so much debt from the financiers right now. You think the gap is wide now, pause. But they're going to get way more debt than you can touch because they're good for it. They already got assets to leverage it. And what's going to happen? You may see some prices decrease on some goods and some services. And that's a maybe. And if it is, it's going to be because, yeah, why not take down the prices a notch? Because all of the other motherfuckers, the 99%, they going to go run out and get debt now because the rates are so low. They know this shit already. They know everybody's running to go get debt soon as homeboys step into office. So they don't mind turning down the prices, but you must ask yourself this: if you're an informed consumer and you're so concerned about the economy and your family and this, that, and the third, and the wage gap and the nine, if you're so concerned about that, ask yourself, why didn't they do it then? Why were they price gouging the whole entire time? Because this is a fucking republic. It always has been. It don't matter. Red, blue ones in the office, it doesn't fucking matter. They could have been turned down them prices. They didn't. They didn't. So even when I seen that meme, I don't know if it was a meme, if it was really real when they were saying Kamala was going to look to, get at corporations for price gouging. I said, well, damn, they must be on their last leg. That's a desperate move, because I never heard of the government actually taking that stance to go do that. But if that's what it's going to take, I commend even pump faking like you're going to do some shit like that. Because that tells me that you know what the problem is, and you're trying to inform the people that you are there to protect, to serve, that look, the reason why your pockets is fucked up right now is because the corporations that sell products and services to you have raised the prices so high that you can no longer afford them. But I'm watching people making Republican content, using people's cries for the economy to support Trump. And I'm like, use a penis puller. Because what the fuck? That shit ain't got... If anything, that's going against your boy. But look, you'll see when everybody go running to get their credit cards. And that's a maybe, because again, like Monet said, the pandemic showed us that they need us. Now, if something else come back, what you think gonna happen then? They're gonna have to drop the prices, right? You remember how low the prices was? I see that meme often of how low the prices was when Trump was in office before, in contrast to when Biden got in office. But the world came to a standstill. They can't make money without us. They had to drop the prices. Nobody would have been buying shit. It had to. So I don't understand where people are getting their education from. You know what? A statistic that I seen too was that people with higher education voted blue. And, I'm not trying to say people are dumb that don't have the education. I'm just saying, when you know a lot of shit about certain shit, you get to know what this economy is about, how it's ran, and who runs it. When you know who has the button to print the money, who's going to influence that button to print the money, you get to know, you're going to have to pick a side, motherfucker. Pick a side. And that's why I still got some friends that's on the red side, because I'm just like, even when I speak my side and I tell them about why I view the way that I view things, I know that they're more opinionated than they are of trying to hear my side. They're still going to have their opinion, and their opinion is going to override any factual data that I have. And that's okay. They're still human at the end of the day. Bars and fucking nice. We already know that. Album dropping whenever. So, that part. What else I want to talk about? Now, Kamala is got a moon in Aries. So I was being inquisitive about that, because Aries is a masculine sign, and that made me wonder, like, does that give her the right to flex masculine energy inside of the White House? I thought about that, of why she might even be considered of being elected as president because of that masculine energy. But that was just something that I was being inquisitive about. Because my thing is this, right? Because of the picture that I put up here, this may say that there won't ever be a woman president because of the ritual of the White House, the Oval Office, and the obliques, right? The circle with the line in it, right? That's the power button. You press it and it's on. That's how we get our electricity. It's like woman's energy, feminine energy is the wire, and the electricity that runs through the wire is the masculine principle, right? So it's like, we need each other. We acting like we don't. And the more that we act like we don't, we even propose that we should have a woman president. The fact that we're even proposing that we should have a woman president, knowing that we're actually participating in a ritual of electromagnetism, is saying something very loud. That men are, what's that word that I'm looking for? Just really not aware. They think they're more capable, and myself included, I get lumped in here sometimes, right? We think we're more capable than we actually are. And we got to stop blowing smoke up people's asses, pause. Or, you know what I mean? We can't bullshit ourselves, B. The proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? You can't speech your way into, I mean, obviously you can, right? So what the fuck am I saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. For us to bring it up is defending the logic that I'm talking about. Maybe the Oval Office just need to be oval right now. Meaning the dick is just not qualified to fill the fucking, the fill a oval, B. You know what I mean? And how does that happen when you got billions of dollars? I can tell you. But I'm not going to do that because I'm going to be called a hater. And again, this is something else that I thought about. Sometimes you don't know what you're going to do until you're put in that position, right? Now, homeboy got a 29-degree Leo ascendant. So that means trials, tribulations, and triumph. It's a real powerful degree to have, but it's very trying. It's hard, pause. It's not a walk in the park. So the stories that you hear about this guy is where he's been in tons of debt, down on his last, and then turned it around and skyrocketed back to being a billionaire and got more money than he even had before. And then he wins bankruptcy, and he bankruptcy after bankruptcy and after bankruptcy, and he gets locked up. And then he goes to fucking, he's a fucking president. He's a fucking felon. 29 degrees. 29 fucking degrees, B. How did I even start talking about that? Oh, right. Qualified to be there. And I say that because, with money comes power, and with power comes responsibility. And you don't really know how many enemies you're going to have, what they're going to try to do based upon the resources that you have. People with money fight the most wars. People with the most money fight the most. Damn, I probably shouldn't say that either. But people with a lot of money like to fight wars because they have nothing else to do. You understand what I'm saying? And they can even fight it without using ammunition and guns and shit like that. They do it other ways through media and bats and fruit bats and whatever the fucking case may be. Niggas is getting creative out this bitch type shit. Republican president, Senate, House, Supreme Court, and Twitter. That is a lot of power. Watch. Poof. Hold on. Licious Booty, you get a star, baby. You get a fucking star. Because talk about it. Now, look. One of the things that got me upset off top. Well, not upset. It just made me look like, word. Like, if you can't beat them, join them. A lot how I look at black men like, damn, you can't beat them, join them, huh? But was the Kennedy dude who went and joined forces with him, right? And I'm just like, dude, you got to be fucking shitting me, But I get it. You're trying to swing votes, yada, 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 yada. I know some people that was behind that too. Friends of mine. It is what it is, right? But your boy who's talking about going to Mars and occupy Mars and all that bullshit, listen, B. Listen. The dude whose cars are exploding and can't really drive themselves listen, the dude who hijacked one of the most intelligent beings that ever walked this earth, hijacked his name and then tried to downplay him in an interview. Listen, you buddy who overpaid for Twitter and all that, I knew it was something about that dude the whole entire time, B. And I'm just like, in the beginning, I was like everybody else, like, yeah, he's a likable dude. I thought he was humble. Homeboy got some shit going on with him, and he's petty as fuck. When some shit don't go his way, he get irritated. He flip. He switch sides. He turn into this. Then he morph into that. Then he's for this, and then he's for that. Now he teams up with Trump. And it's like, really? So we got to get ahead of that, too. Logically, you got to get ahead of that and see what type of play that's going to be. You know what I mean? You got to see what type of play that's going to be. Reinstating his account and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? These power plays that are being done. This is what I mean about when the wealthiest of the wealthy start wars with their wealth. Not necessarily with ammunition and guns and shit. Media. media. I just got finished telling y'all. I said a person's name on one of these videos. They flagged the channel. I got a strike. They flagged my channel. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, yo, the shit that I said was true. It didn't even fucking matter. It's like, yo, you can't talk about that nigga. It's like, oh, I see what's going on. All right, say less. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Niggas can't be stupid. You can't. Yo, niggas. But people are who they are, right? I ain't trying to persuade nobody. Just be strong. Steadfast, should I say. But his presidency is also a story of the North Node. North Node is destiny. So his North Node is in Gemini. And for Jupiter to be conjunct the North Node, like, it was just shit is pointing all in his way. But guess what? Somebody out there got a natal chart the same way as he does. But he ain't the president. And I think, again, that got something to do more with the bloodline of the family lineage than it does just this. But it is a representation, nonetheless, astrologically, of why things are the way that they are. Now, Kamala, she's also a Gemini ascendant. So it's not like, she got more famous through this ordeal as well. So for her being a Gemini ascendant and Jupiter being transiting Gemini right now, that expanded her audience, right? More people got eyes on her. She was in a cut in the background the whole entire time while Biden was in, you know what I'm saying? Health declining and shit like that. And then she just popped out, And if you check the records, that was during the Jupiter and Gemini transit. You know what I mean? So the stars are just doing what the stars do, and we're just flexing the story of the stars here on Earth. It really ain't as touchy as people are making it, but there's some freaky shit going on out here, man. And people are playing with chemicals a lot. Like I said, Aquarius age kicks up a lot of Pisces shit. So that's why you see people out here with chemicals going crazy. Like for instance, the lady that threw acid on the other homegirl face, in New York. Why are you walking around with acid? What the fuck is going on? Right? This whole baby oil shit. I'm hearing it wasn't baby oil. Like, it was some shit in there. It's some shit going on where people are rubbing you down with something. You think you're getting a massage. Next thing you know, you topple over and you getting fucked in your ass. Some wild work going on out here. People out here playing with chemicals crazy. The same way I say, a fruit bat. And I'm being sarcastic when I say a fucking fruit bat. But the shit that happened, allegedly. Chemicals. Chemical warfare is here. Shit wild. So motherfuckers niggas is worrying about their guns getting taken. You can't even go eat right now. The corporations got you cornered to where you can't even really go eat right. Yo, some shit to bring that up though, right? I gotta bring this up, because there's a few people that I'll be seeing online, right? And they get me so irritated, because y'all ever got them friends online that they post their snacks? Like, often they post their snacks. Like, I got a few people that love, pause, what I say, listen, Booty, what I said. But they post their snacks. They post their snacks so often that I don't have no other choice but to look at what they're eating. And when I see it, I see the energy drinks and the Cheez-Its and the hot Cheetos and they are so like they celebrate Walmart and Target and all this shit. And I be so irritated by that shit, B. And it's just like, yo, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what the fuck are you? Like, how do you get so excited to go swipe your card for these products? This shit got fucking paint thinner in it. Your cereal, your kid's cereal got fucking wood chips in it and just wild shit going on out here, and people are celebrating their fucking snacks. And I'm just like, damn, B. I can't be out here arguing with these people, yo. I just won't do it, yo. I won't do it. I just went crazy left, B. But I just had to throw that in there. Like, motherfuckers are scared about their guns getting taken away, but be happy as fuck to go in Walmart. and buy all of the shit that's taking them out anyway. They like the slow bullets, you know. Where was I at? I guess I might as well talk about why I voted for Kamala. I pretty much said it though. It's just like, yo, I think men get in office and, you know, it's just something about him that rubs me wrong. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. No matter how much I try to look at it like, you know, he can be a good guy or he means well, it's just so much shit that he does that says otherwise to me. The mishandling of documents and like fucking, like, how do you take government documents to your fucking house, B? Like, I don't see how people don't see this. That shit is out of line. It's just so much shit, man. So much shit, B. I just couldn't do it, you know? And again, I wanted to make it known that I'm gonna stand up for women, because my theory is this, B. If there was gonna be a woman in office, and like I said, if there's gonna be border jumpers that think they're gonna come over and hurt women and shit like that, like, look, that shit is not gonna happen on my watch. Now, for those people who've been around it or they seen that shit happen, that are men, and they're allowing that shit to happen, they're letting that shit to happen, and the more men that I see online, while this shit is occurring, talking about, yeah, fuck these bitches, fuck, you know, I say fuck a bitch here and there too, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna try a bitch in front of me, B. You got a better chance at trying a family member of mine who's a man, because at least I'm gonna give him a hand, a eye signal, like, yo, you see what we up against, right? You ready? Because we men. But you're not gonna try no broads in front of me. But there's more and more men talking about, yeah, fuck these bitches and fuck. You don't care about women now. So what made me think that you give a fuck about people coming over here and invading the nation and grabbing up bitches, and you know what I'm saying? You don't give a fuck now. And you got all of the guns and the ammunition now. You ain't doing shit now. So that's why I went to vote for Kamala, because I look at it like this. If motherfuckers think that it's time to turn up because a woman is in power, because it ain't a man that's qualified to do it, then we just gonna be up in arms and we gonna be out here going to war. Nigga, what's up? I think that's the time that we should be going to fucking war. If you think you're gonna try this nation because men are not stepping up to be qualified enough. That's like saying if somebody break into your house, you're not gonna bang out for your broad. I don't know men like that. Again, I don't know men like that. I just gotta keep it a bean. And if I do know men like that, I don't know that they're like that. And I think sometimes, especially these online influencers and shit like that, sometimes they should just be quiet, because the more shit that they say about topics such as this. You voted for Kamala too? This is booty. Okay. I'm gonna say that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sign up for him on that. Because it's really archetypes that we going in there and pulling the lever for and signing it, you know, filling in the bubbles for. It's archetypes. I couldn't go fill in the bubble for an archetype that I know have deliberately went against people who look like me for their own nefarious reasons, for their own gain. And who knows, maybe it was the best thing that happened. Maybe we shouldn't be living side by side. I don't, you know, who knows? But still, to know that you know, let it be fair game, B. If a motherfucker got the money to go live over there, let them fucking go live over there, you know? But that goes to show nepotism, power, and, you know, nobody really wanted slavery to go away. I seen somebody else get excited the other day. They said that no tax on overtime is going to hit different. And they, you know, put smiley emojis and shit like that next to it. And I'm like, do you know how you fucking sound when you say that? You are celebrating and excited about working overtime, working more, aka slaving more for a company whose CEO is probably paid statistically 364% more than you. You're going to celebrate that because you're not getting taxed on it. Let's talk about Social Security. And I don't know how fucking true this is, but somebody said that already Social Security is no more. It's done deal, is getting cut. Now, I know some people are going to argue this. Oh, when the Democrats was in, they said it was getting cut anyway. And this is what y'all got to understand. It's always been a fucking republic, and it's always been a republic. It's two wings of the same fucking bird, B. So one person get in, the other person get in. Yeah, sometimes people tweaking, and they like I said, they tweak it because they want something to be different and unique about their presidency when they get in. But for the most part, all of them bills that are proposed and stuff like that, they're going to remain. They're going to get passed on that desk, and it's either a yes or a no. And based upon how you want people to pull on your penis or tug on your tits, you're going to say yes or no. Because you're going to be concerned about what people think about you, because that's what politicians are. Concerned 365 days, 24 hours a day about what people think about them. You know? Even Homeboy. People swear up and down he don't care what people think about him. That is bullshit. He's a Leo ascendant. You think he don't care what people think about him? You out your fucking rabbit ass mind. Got to be fucking tripping. What else I was saying? Let's talk about Pluto being in Capricorn at 29 degrees. Also another 29 degrees as this event took place. I'm telling you right now, B. You should be in cahoots with the corporation that you're going to work for or work with, right? Because now that's starting to sound like more stylish these days. Corporations are actually working with their employees because they know after that pandemic shit, what could happen to their ass. So one should be really getting in cahoots with the corporation they work with or work for or are going to work with or work for. Start their own corporation and or invest in corporations that they feel are going to win, are going to make money in the future. Because corporations are, y'all think, see, some people think the opposite. Oh, corporations are going to disappear because all the CEOs are stepping down and all that. No, corporations are going to expand. They're going to get bigger. That's why you got companies like BlackRock buying all of the real estate and shit like that. Individual ownership is really being forced out to be replaced by big, large corporations. Now, I'm actually pro corporation because I think that the larger a company grows, the better efficient they become at operating their business. The same way I just told someone not too long ago about Whole Foods. They was like, oh, he's bringing up the economy about, I go to the store and this costs this much, costs that much. Again, something that is more of a red issue than a blue issue, right? But I'm like, yo, listen, you got to be an informed consumer. You got to look at the logistics of the company that you're investing in, because whoever you buy from, you're investing in that company. So if you go to a Walmart, for example, whose products are going to be more than likely cheap as fuck because the majority of it comes from China, then you know that you're going in there to buy a piece of shit that's going to break down within 3 to 6 months, and you're going to end up buying it again. Right? But if that's what floats your boat, like I said about the people posting their snacks and shit, if that's what you do, go ahead, right? But same thing goes for the supermarkets. If you're going to supermarkets that don't got a wide variety of brands, that got different price fluctuations and shit like that, and they only stock up Heinz, and they only stock up Campbell's, and they only stock up the name brand shit, a lot of that shit you paying for the name or the label because of the marketing and advertising costs that they have. But if you buy the knockoff brands, like I know coming up when we had the silver cans and the black and white no frills, we used to swear up and down like, yo, we wasn't shit. Keep it a bean. For those of y'all, I'm telling my age, but keep it a bean. You were so embarrassed to have that shit in your house, you ain't want to be caught dead with that shit, right? But I'm telling you right now, if you go in a supermarket and you buy the store brand, that shit tastes better than the shit that got the names and the labels and all that. I'm just keeping it a bean. So back to Whole Foods. Whole Foods owned by Amazon now, big corporation, right? They done switched the whole shit up. You go to Whole Foods right now, they food costs less than the local supermarket. Why? Because they are a large corporation. I'm telling you, they know how to run it more efficiently than a smaller mom and pop grocery, even if it's a supermarket. They're bigger. Amazon bought them out. They's like, yo, why we lose? Because they was losing at first. They're like, yo, why the fuck we can't sell groceries? We could sell everything under the sun except groceries? Fuck is we doing? Go to Whole Foods right now. I bet you any amount of money you come out with more groceries than you was when you went into the other supermarkets. For those of you got a Whole Foods nearby. I even got to travel a little bit further than I usually would, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And they could fucking deliver too. So if you want to be on your lazy shit and just stay in the lab, you can do that too. You know? But you got to be an informed consumer. You got to do the logistics. The same way if you going to invest in a company. I know some people that invest in companies just because they homeboy told them, yo, invest in that company. It's going to be up in the next 10 years or whatever the case may be. They didn't even go look at the chart themselves to see you know what I mean? The logistics of it. Go do that. And when you see people like motherfucking, this is still riding off of the Pluto in Capricorn, 29 degrees. When you see people like Warren Buffett, I think he sold the majority of his stock in Apple. Correct me if I'm wrong. Motherfuckers need to think about that shit. Because I got a hint. I think I got a clue. I know why he did it. It's because basically, you know, Apple has made a whole shit ton of money because of their processing plants being overseas in China, right? The labor costs way down. So what happens is when you got a guy getting in there that's talking about they're going to bring jobs back to America, you could expect that Apple is going to transfer a lot of those jobs back to America. But what's going to happen? You think you're paying $1,500 for your iPhone now, and everybody swear the economy going to be booming. Should that happen, those iPhones are going to go up to $2,000 a phone, $2,500 a phone. And you're going to be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You're going to be up trying to riot behind that shit, and they're going to say, oh, well, the costs. Increased costs, the cost of labor. It costs more to make products here. So I gotta believe that that's why Warren did some shit like that. Because why else would you do that? They were winning for so long. Why would you? They done hoarded tons of fucking cash. And just, I know he sees that and he's like, man, them prices gonna go up so far. And they already talking shit about the iPhones now. Like, yo, it's the same fucking phone every year. They just add another camera on it. They just slap another camera on that shit and got motherfuckers thinking that, you know what I mean? They did so much more for it to cost that much. And I ain't hating, I love fucking Apple products, but it is what it is. I'm just saying, Pluto in Capricorn, 29 degrees, is also saying, look, that's what I'm saying. Start your own company. Some people think you can't do it and shit like that. Yes, the fuck you can. Trust me when I tell you, yes, you can. Because if you don't, I'm telling you, with the financiers, they're going to crank the debt. They're going to drop the rates on finance, which is going to allow more debt, which is going to enable more consumerism, and people are going to feel like they lost out on so much shopping because of the tight wallets that they had while the Democrats were in office. It's like pulling a rubber band back. That motherfucker's going to be off to the races once those rates go down to the point where you want it, and you're going to get them credit cards back in your hand again. And you're going to be like, yeah, the economy is booming. All right. Corporations are going to get rich. And this is what I'm saying. Start one, right? Because I'm not trying to say that it's all terrible because I run a business. I hope people continue to buy my products and services. You understand what I'm saying? But don't be naive to think that it's not a ploy on the other end, on the business side. Like, you fucking better believe that it's a ploy on the business side. The same way that when those SBA loans came in and everything. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about. Small businesses. I don't give a fuck about the whole small businesses. That shit is a ploy too. I used to be a strong advocate of small business. You know, everything that's for the small businesses and shit like that. Like, no. I'm pro large corporation. Fuck that small shit. Don't try to, what's that word, pacify me or, you know what I'm saying? with the handout shit, because that's what that is. Y'all trying to set motherfuckers up to fail. Oh yeah, give them a little bit of money for their small business. You know how your friends be trying to like play you on the down low, give you that backhand compliment, like, yo, I see you got your little business going on and shit like that. Like, fuck you, nigga. Fuck is you talking about my little business? That's what those motherfucking elites be doing too. Let me stop, because I'm elite too, goddammit. But that's what people in power who are insecure, should I say, are doing as well. Oh yeah, we're gonna put this seed money over there for the small businesses. No, fuck you and your small business money. I'm going big or I'm going home. Pause. But that's it. I'm not, no, bigger picture shit. And I expect everybody listening to this to do the same fucking thing, to carry that same attitude. Big picture shit. Even if we got to work together. Y'all be thinking y'all ain't got, trust me, yo. Working together, how you think corporations get big? Acquisitions. Yeah, people buy this one and buy that company, merge the offices together. They expand on some Jupiter shit. That's how the takeovers take over. But if we keep being over here like, yeah, I got my small business and I sell my greeting cards and bitch better not copy my shit, like, knock it the fuck off. Learn something from each other, do collaborations. Fuck is you talking about? Understand the game that you're playing here, B. Yeah, it's an individualistic society, but how's that working? How's that working when you're going against the king's bloodline? Like, knock it the fuck off. That part. Now, Social Security, right, is rumored to be dissipating, or I could have sworn I seen an interview of a woman in Congress, sitting in front of Congress, explaining that there's no money there. It's either no money there or it's about to be no money there in the next 5 to 10 years or some shit like that. Meaning that they owe people who have been working the last, 50, 65 years, who believe that they have money to retire on. It's not going to be there. Now, 12th house, America's 12th house is ruled by Scorpio. I told y'all in another video during this season too, I think, right? One of these lives where I was like, yo, Scorpio is a sign that takes. It takes. Now, whether they're going to be heroes and replenish, it's who the fuck knows, right? But when you got it in the 12th house, you really don't fucking know, because the 12th house is all about deceptions and illusions and tricks and trickery. And you understand what I'm saying? So America's 12th house is ruled by Scorpio. And the 12th house rules over government relief. So if that pot has been robbed, I know we want people to point at and to blame at, but we should grow up a little bit and say, well, we got to look at the astrology of it. Scorpio is the 12th house. The same way I say, yo, look at Homeboy's chart. Like, anybody who's skilled in astrology could have looked at the chart and the transits and knew that Homeboy was going to be president. So it's not even nothing to get upset at. Still go vote for who you're going to vote for if you want to make a statement, but you should have known already. You know what I mean? But that's the same way we should be looking at certain things when they bring it up and they say, oh, yeah, and then they start to pointing fingers, or who's in control of that? Yeah, shit roll uphill, downhill, whatever. But we should be looking in the stars. Like, oh, shit, Scorpio rules over the 12th house of America. Why do you think espionage be so crazy when it comes to us? They be like, oh, this one set that one up and killed that leader over there, and they ran a coup over there, and they shot that one in the head and put a black bag over that one and waterboarded them. And we like, what the fuck is going on out there? Intelligence agencies are fucking nuts, right? 12th house in Scorpio. Shit, wow, overseas. Foreign lands, 12th house. Overseas. Niggas is getting wild. They been getting wild. What else I want to talk about? But just imagine that is really what I want to piggyback on some more, I think, because it's still government, right? It's still government. So that's where, if we're going to have this argument that government sucks, right? Because my concern with the current presidency or the upcoming presidency is this. When do we think it's okay for business leaders to be actual government? Or really what I mean to say is to replace government. When I told you, even the settlers knew from the beginning The men they gather up. They will decide what the economy is going to be like because man takes the action. Woman, mother is the government, right? Behind every great man is a great woman. The woman manipulates the mind of man to go do the things that they do. Right or wrong, James Brown told niggas, He been told niggas. So here we are today where in this current time, we're looking at government to be replaced by business. Now, some people would say, and this is what the argument was in the beginning, right? It was like, yo, it's going to be good to have a businessman in the president as the president because he knows how to run a business. That means he could run a country, right? And then not only that, he's a great businessman. He's a successful businessman is what they said. They still say it. And then you look at his track record and you're like, damn, he sure fucked up a lot of businesses. And then you got people who want to penis pull some more, and they be like, well, you got to go through that when you run businesses. I'm tripping, right? But yo, I'm serious. This is what it sounds like to me when people be going all the way in for boy. It's like, yo, he fucked up a lot of business. And they're like, oh, that's what you got to go through when you're a businessman. You got to go through bankruptcies, and that's because you're smart and this and this. So it's like, okay, you can't convince people that he just fucked up sometimes. Sometimes you fail. Sometimes you fuck up. Oh, no. You were supposed to. He's a billionaire, though, are you? And I was like, yeah, I'm not, but if I had plenty of buildings, I could be a billionaire, too. And I say that it's not a simple task, right? But I say that because I don't think everybody knows the difference between being asset rich and liquid rich. You know what I'm saying? You could build a 50-story building right now, and you might become a billionaire in the next 2 to 5 years based upon that one building. Now, homeboy got a lot of fucking buildings. You understand what I'm saying? So just think about this. Let's say you got a chain of hotels, right? But when you look around today, or like during the pandemic, for example, which hotels cost a lot of money to maintain, right? Hire the people to clean it on a daily basis and stuff like that. You enter an economy where something like the pandemic happens, things grind to a halt. The next thing you know, nobody's taking flights. Nobody's going to lodge into the hotels. What do you think is happening to that hard asset that has no more liquid coming in? It's depreciating in value. And as a matter of fact, the taxes still got to get paid on it at the end of the year, which is a hefty tax, especially when you're in New York. Why do you think he got so much drama and beef with New York? He ain't like how shit was going because business wasn't booming like it was. And then you got the construction issues. You know how motherfuckers be on that construction shit. Like, oh, you want to build a building, huh? Now let me talk to my guy and we'll get back to you. You know what I mean? Type shit. I ain't going to go too far into that. But when the liquid is not coming in, now you're facing like, oh shit. Like, I'm not as rich as I thought I was. But I still got this building though, right? So if somebody wants to sue me, or if somebody wants, if I need some money, I could take out a loan because I got a building. I can go in the bank and say, hey, I want a loan. They'd be like, why should I give you a loan? I got a fucking building that costs $500,000 to make. It's valued at $1 million right now. It was at 1.3, but now it's at $1 million because the economy has come to a standstill because of the pandemic. You get what I'm saying? And not only that, so now the government steps in and says, well, damn, we're going to try to help you keep this business, Mr. Trump, man, because you're popular. Everybody knows your name. We don't want you to fail. We're going to take the homeless people off of the streets, and we're going to pay your hotel to house the people. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to put the homeless inside of the hotels with the government finances to keep your business propped up. You understand what I'm saying? To keep liquid coming in or whatever the case may be. And then you'll have the other side say, oh, fuck that. Stop spending our money on. It's just like, you don't understand what the fuck is happening. You don't really understand what the fuck is going on out here. If you don't understand, it's just like, I refuse. I'm not arguing with these people, yo. I'm not arguing. We ain't going to war. We ain't got no beef. I ain't got no beef with my friends that's, you know what I mean? That's on that side or whatever the case may be. Just know your shit, B. Just know your shit. Because, yo, people be concerned with government allocation, and I get it. You should be. When something like Social Security happens, you should be. But at the same time, right, I think a better argument is really placed on the corporations, because you got to look at it like this, right? The same way I use that, I guess you could say, scenario for propping up the hotels to keep, and this could be any hotel chains. It could have been the Hiltons. Keep Paris Hilton in business, whatever, right? If a government goes and does that, the same way that they bailed out the banks 2008, yada, 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 bailed out the big businesses and shit like that 2008. If a government pledges to the businessmen in their nation to do something like that, you would expect a CEO to say, you know what, let me pay these people some more money that work for me. Because that way, at least, they'll have some money to save. Do you think, let me ask you a real serious question. Do you think people will really, truly be concerned about being taxed for Social Security when, in contrast, they would have enough of a paycheck to save money? Like, truly answer that question. Make it make fucking sense. Because from what I know, and this is not only from my own perspective, this is from other people that I know as well. When you arrange your life to where you have a significant, substantial amount of money left over after you take care of your business, you don't give a fuck about shit. Like, that's really fuck you money. I know some people that are not making six figures, and they are fucking happy as shit. They got way left over because they know what the fuck they're doing. They live within their means. Like, they live a lifestyle that is just so light because they know how to save. And it's like, do you think people, the natural, normal, working class, even the person in poverty, you think they will fucking care about Social Security, of money that they got to be thinking about in the future, if they were paid enough to be able to hold on to money right fucking now? Make that make fucking sense, B. Wouldn't care. Who gives a fuck about when they're 65? When you could build your cushion for 65 in your own savings account. So my point there is that, yo, corporations need to stop thinking everybody's fucking stupid, B. But, unfortunately, I hope that this episode actually reaches the right ears one day for someone who didn't know some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Of who you should really be going to war with. Who you should really be holding picket signs against. Who you should be loading up your guns for and against. And when you should be doing so. Like, you need to talk to your boss, bro. Sis. What is we talking about right now? Right? Yeah, I'm not giving the government a pass for fucking up that Social Security money. I am not. But I bet you government, and I'm saying this too, well, government should learn a lesson from that as well. Can't always bail people out, B. Or you shouldn't always bail people out. Let people handle they handle, B. The same way motherfuckers had to tighten up their belts during this presidency, during the Biden presidency, because the Fed turned them rates all the way up, is the same way that some business owners should be responsible for shit when they fuck up too. You know what I'm saying? That part. Let me see if I got anything else over here. Because I don't even want to sound preachy about this shit. I just want to get the perspective out. You know what I'm saying? The overall general perspective out. Economy booming. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. What I want to say is, I want to say a parting word. I don't really have anything much else to say about this shit. But what I will say is for everyone involved, right, is to try to be in the moment as much as you possibly can. Show gratitude. And I don't mean that in like watching a YouTube video and you hear the fucking AI voice says, show gratitude because that is the number one thing for manifestation. I'm not talking about that bullshit. I'm talking about for real, for real. Show gratitude for everything you have. I have gratitude for these 2 fucking lights right here that I've had for now about 6 years, damn near. 6 years, these 2 lights have still been going hard. Pause. I have fucking great gratitude for that because it lights up my screen and I'm able to do this shit. Yo, show gratitude for the things that you have that contribute to you being able to produce, right? Because when they get to measuring us and all that, they gonna say GDP this, GDP that, GDP this, GDP that, and then you gotta be like, yo, what the fuck is a GDP? The gross domestic product. Or what the fuck is a gross domestic product? Oh, it's the shit that you should be building every day, and you might be like, well, I don't fucking build nothing. I go to work every day. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're talking about right here. That ain't to slight no one who's working every day. The people who work for themselves and are entrepreneurs, they work every day too. But there might be some other shit that you could be doing if you look around and you care to do so. You know what I'm saying? But show gratitude, because another thing is you might look at that as saying, oh, I don't do enough. Yo, if you got a job and you're able to work every day, show gratitude for that shit, B. It's not no punk shit to go work and have a job and work for somebody else. That might be where you land your fucking brilliant idea. You know what I'm saying? You might be typing on the keyboard one day, talking to somebody on a headset, and then that shit just gonna pop up in your mind right there. It could be the person that you're talking to on that headset doing your job, and they say some shit to you, and that shit just gonna be like, start singing in your shit. And then that's the day that you're gonna go home and you're gonna design your first product. And you just gonna find a way to put that shit on the market. On an Amazon, on a Etsy or something like that. You know? So don't curse all of these companies out and shit like that. Again, be well informed about who they are, what they do, what their pay rates are, how they treat their customers, because you want to associate yourself with people who got some type of integrity that matches yours. Whatever that is. You know, everybody's morals ain't the fucking same. Like I said, you don't know what you're going to do until you put in that position. I don't know the fucking troubles that the orange guy got. I could fucking imagine. You know what I mean? But have gratitude for the shit that you already got, B. Your life will go way smoother, B. Way smoother, because the more that you put in fear and you become anxious behind that fear, the more that someone or some entity actually does have rulership over you, actually does have a grip on you. So that's the main thing, is to break free from any type of grip that you believe, because it's false pretenses. If you believe that someone is actually ruling you, that's when you're going to be in trouble. And it's going to be difficult to try to maneuver out of that shit because you're under that belief. And some of us, we got to shape and mold ourselves, myself included, on a daily to remember that shit. Like, nah, I got this. I got this. And I'm being guided. I'm being directed in some type of way. Face the issue when it comes, you know? Pause. But also prepare. Don't prepare for the worst, prepare for the best. I think that prepare for the worst shit is also getting a lot of us in trouble. Fuck that prepare for the worst shit. That means we're thinking of the worst case scenario. Fuck that. Think about the best case scenario. This is another thing I want to say too. Your energy, it's not time. Don't look at it as time. Because look at it as energy. Because if you don't look at energy as energy, you're going to look at time as time. What am I saying? Let me make sure I say this right. Because energy is the time. But when you squander your energy, and I mean this when you like talking to other people, you allow them, you know, they get on your DM and you say more than you need to say, or the conversation goes longer than it needs to go. Be mindful of your energy, B. Because if you're not, or when you're not, that's when you start to look at time. And you're like, damn. Small example is, oh, damn, a whole day done went by. Fuck was I doing all day? Oh, I was talking to a homegirl for like 5 hours. Now this could go two ways. I was talking to a homegirl for like 5 hours, and She wasn't talking about francs. Or this could go the other way, like, oh, that's true. I was talking to homegirl for like 5 hours. And this shit is beneficial. All of the information I got, you know what I'm saying? We was bouncing ideas over each other, and now you over here with it designing some shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like time sat still. You're not concerned about the time because of how the energy was expended. You understand what I'm saying? But trust me when I tell you, you could reflect on the time right now to where you look back and you was like, damn, fuck, I did all that time. You calling it time now instead of energy. You need to be looking at it like, what did I do with all that energy? What did I put into it? What did I build off of it? What did I make from it? What GDP did I make? You know what I'm saying? What design do I have in play at least, right? Because you could design some shit and put it down for a little while. You could look at the stars and be like, yo, this shit ain't going to take off until 2 years from now anyway. When that transit hits that sign and boom, it's going to align with that one, and that transit going to hit. That's when this shit is going to take off, or when it's better suited for it to take off. So it's okay to build that shit in increments, to build it little by little. There's no reason to become fearful and anxious about it. There's no need to turn on your friends or whoever's supposed to associate with you to help build it. Some of y'all be cursing your friends out beforehand, like, yo, you supposed to help me with my business and da. Because you too focused on time instead of focusing on energy. Energy is something that's supposed to sync. It's supposed to match up and sync. Sometimes it doesn't match up and sync because you got a natal chart, they got a natal chart, and it might not be the same. So when you're looking for something to sync, you damn near forcing it like, damn, you supposed to do this, and you calling my business little and this, that, and that. You supposed to do this. Shift your attitude and be like, yo, okay, so when is the best time to do this? When do you think? You know? Look in the stars. Look in the fucking stars, B. I'm telling you. If you looked at the stars, you knew this dude was winning. And then you just was like, yo, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm still voting for Kamala. Because of what the fuck I stand on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not voting at all. Fuck it. There ain't no need to vote. I don't like neither one of them. But I know he gonna win anyway. What the fuck I'm gonna go vote for? I'm gonna just prepare myself for the economy that the stars are showing. That's why we here doing this astrology after dark shit anyway. We want to break this shit down astrologically because it's bigger than the individual. We all just playing our role, B. We playing our part. Like I said, homeboy was destined to be who he is and where he's at. You know what I mean? We all got north nodes too. What the fuck are you destined to do? What are you destined to be here to do? You know what I mean? That's what's most important. Are you elected? Have you been elected in your own life? Have you chosen you? How many of y'all are choosing you? It's an Aries North Node right now. How many people are fucking choosing themselves? And not telling themselves, oh, this is me being selfish. This is me not caring about them. Caring about me is not caring about them. Really? That's a wild attitude to have, B. Shit, even religiously, this is the time of when what? People become lovers of themselves, right? It was written. I think people take that the wrong way. Like, oh, that's a bad thing. No, if the Bible said it, how the fuck is it bad, right? Everybody else say the Bible is, you know what I'm saying? So fuck, the word even said it. People will become lovers of themselves. Well, what the fuck is wrong with that? Love yourselves, yo. Beautiful asses. What else we talking about? Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any statements they want to say or whatever the case may be? I know this is pretty grown up or whatever the case may be, but fuck it, yo. Let's just address the elephant in the room and get it out of the way. You know what I mean? Like, what's done is done. We ain't even there yet. We got a few more months before it really, you know, sparks off. But bet believe the press gonna be running crazy. The press has something to do now. Believe that. The press is definitely back in business. Because it seemed like a fucking television show last time boy was in office. I was like, damn. Like, give it a fucking break. Every day y'all gotta fucking talk about this shit. Like, the fuck? Robbie says, certain reasonable abrogations here and there. What's that word, if you don't mind me asking? I'm not familiar with that word. Abrogations. Teach me too. I'm a student my motherfucking self. But yeah, y'all got any questions, any astrological ones, any input on your feeling? Are you red or you blue? You still got friends? You got fallouts? You got any falling out with your friends? If so, why? What was it? Oh, something that I left out, excuse me, from last time is parents. The word parents is a pair who rents. Ain't that some shit? A pair who rents. Abrogation means edit. Thank you. Thank you. Give it one time for that. Abrogation. Say that I don't remember that shit. But unprofessional firing of people. Okay. Unprofessional firing of people. Yo, that's Homeboy's deal too. You know what? I felt like a conversation that I just had not too long ago was pretty magical, right? Because I was like, someone was explaining their element to me, the fire element. And they were saying how they were tired. And I was like, I heard it in their soul. Like they meant that shit. Like they're just a bit tired. And to admit that as a fire element is one task in itself, right? So I could already tell that they can confide in me, right? But then to be like, I'm listening with more than my ear and I'm like, tired, fired. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, Homeboy's slogan, he loves to say that you're fucking fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is, and you probably get a hard on from that shit when you got the power to just be like, you're fucking fired. You know what I mean? You're fired. You're fired. It's just like, and again, he's a Leo ascendant. You know? Probably does get off on some egotistical shit by doing shit like that. And I don't know if fired is warranted in all of those situations, but those words rhyme, tire and fire. So eventually fire burns out, you know, fire burns out. And I think that's another reason of why he's put where he's at, because so that fire can stay lit and keep, you know, burning bright or whatever the case may be. Dude is energized, right? But at the same time, is the element of fire in general tired? You get what I'm saying? Because we've been rocking out here, this whole America thing. We've been rocking out here for a while, B. Burning fire. You know what I'm saying? On fire. But it's like, you know, and then I was asked about my element, water, and how, you know, how do you view water? So we just talking about shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, we got these different elements for a reason, B. And when everything is just all just fire, somebody's going to be tired. Someone's going to burn out. People are going to burn out. And they're going to be at exhaust. And you can't have people at their best when they're exhausted, B. That's when water comes in. You sleep, you rest, you calm, you heal, you rejuvenate. Water element, right? Formless. I don't got to be shit today if I don't want to be. I'm fucking water. But when I have to be something, I got to put myself into a container and stand sturdy. You understand what I mean? If it get too hot, I'm going to fucking evaporate. You ain't going to see me. You're going to be like, yo, how can I heal? I want to lay up in some titties. You can't because there ain't no fucking water around. You don't fucking evaporate it because everybody want to be on fire. Type shit. Do you think they're going to talk about aliens again when Pluto goes to Aquarius like last time? Fantastic question, Air. Yes, I do. I do believe that that's going to happen. And when you think about it, right? When you do think about it some more, should I say, like you said, like last time they were talking about, doesn't he have his own space nation? That's another connection we can make. This is booty, right? The whole space connection of the guy who believes that he's going to Mars and shit. He's or whatever the fucking case, right? The Mars guy has teamed up with Trump now, and it's just like, oh yeah, doesn't Trump got his own like space team or some shit like that, his own NASA thing or whatever the case may be? And I just watched a video the other day of the motherfuckers floating around in the water. They got the green screen behind them, and they caught it on the camera and shit like that. And it's just like, come on, man. This is nasty work. This is nasty work that y'all pulling on the people. So I do think that. I think they're going to stage some hoaxy shit. Cause I don't know if y'all seen those like hologram pictures, and I think in the Asian cities like Hong Kong or Tokyo or some shit like that, where it looks like the motherfucking characters are coming out of the the picture or whatever the case may be, and it looks like they're like a shark could come out and like swallow a fucking citizen in the street or some shit. Like, it looks wild, but it looks real. So they're playing with that type of technology now to make it seem like aliens are here and stuff like that. And it's like an editing of a video. Like, I'm getting pretty skilled too. I could edit some shit to have you believe that there's a fucking alien in the room too. You know what I mean? But there is going to be some more toying around with that. I've seen podcasters like put heavy emphasis on it, and now you got some government agents in on it as well. And I think what the government agents are really trying to say is there's sixth sense phenomena that takes place on this earth. But we been fucking knew that. The witches been knew that in the 1300s. But man and his ignorant dumbass was always afraid of that, right? Always afraid of that shit. Oh, what's happening? You was cheating on your wife and you got syphilis, and the witch pointed it out. The witch knew before it even happened and told your wife before it happened. Your wife waited, the shit happened, and she told you, my pussy burning. The witch down the block told me the shit was gonna happen. Y'all been scared that people are psychic and know what's gonna happen before it happens. Y'all been scared of that shit. That's sixth sense phenomena. Yeah, you gonna see a fairy here and there. You gonna see a fucking mermaid here and there. Been knew that shit. Now y'all trying to like spice it up and turn it in. You trying to use technology to turn it into something else and make it look different and pretty and all. Nah, nigga. We been knew about that shit. There been people burnt that stakes behind that shit. Knock it the fuck off. There's been books sealed off in the Vatican behind this shit. Knock it off. Libraries burnt down behind this shit. Knock it off. Knock it off, B. I've been seen a gray alien before. I've been seen reptiles before. Fuck is we talking about? Y'all think y'all gonna be front lining this shit like y'all discovered it. Watch, it's gonna come across as a discovery too. Like, oh, we discovered alien technology. Nah, we been knew about that shit, my nigga. They been drawn on the caves in Americas, in states of America. We been telling those stories. Fuck is y'all talking about? Sweat, Superlative side real Gemini is Aries, yet his regular side real is Taurus. Okay, are you talking about Trump, Robbie? Yep, I think they want to intertwine it with VR and Neuralink. Absolutely. So y'all familiar with that Black Mirror episode, the first Black Mirror? I didn't see the second one, but the first Black Mirror episode to where the soldier, I think it was, he was looking at something that was technological. I don't know if it was a VR headset or something of that nature. I think he was training with them or something of that nature. And what had happened was after the trial was over, he started still seeing the shit. And it's because there was some type of code that was in the screen that he was looking at that manipulated his mind to see things that weren't there. That is a technology that is actually possessed. And I think a lot of that shit is happening right now. I think people are seeing shit right now that's not really there. I think they got a name for that shit too. It's something about some people are seeing faces morph and they're calling it a condition now, like it's a health condition. It's just like, nah, these people are coding shit on the screens that is manipulating the minds of the viewers who watch it. So I was thinking about that too when they just dropped that movie. What's homeboy name? Lee Daniels dropped that movie, which I didn't watch, by the way, but they're like, yo, don't watch the movie because it's yada, yada, yada. It made me think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? That people are actually coding shit in the screens to make you know what I mean? See shit that ain't there. Or is it? Or is it? Or is it? What else? Random Nautica. Yo, Robbie, you got a expansive vocabulary. You got to tell me what that is too, Robbie, because I don't. Random Nautica. Yeah, you got something to do with water, I imagine. What else? Neuralink. That's why I was brought that up, because Neuralink is going to have something to do with that, right? It's trying to infuse the AI technology, or the thought of computer, the thought of AI, to intertwine with human thought. Which I've mentioned this before in some YouTube videos, to where I said we've been had the ability to be telepathic as humans without the internet. But the internet, what the internet has done is it has enhanced our ability to be telepathic. So the same way we used to hear supposed glitches in the Matrix. Okay, thank you. I'm learning these new words. I gotta remember this shit. Random Nautica is a glitch in the Matrix. What was I talking about? Neuralink. We've been had the capability to be telepathic as humans in general. The same way that we used to swore up and down and we heard the song playing in our head an hour before somebody drove up the block playing it. We've been had this technology as humans. You can call it technology. It's human based. We possess it as humans. Now, I'm not saying AI is not AI, but what I am saying is AI is a branch of us. The same way that thoughts circulate in the ether, right? You look at a transit, you look at a planetary transit, and you say, okay, Jupiter and Gemini means that the thoughts are going to expand in a way that is going to be pretty scattered too, because it's going to be amplified, because Jupiter's energy is so gargantuic. Bigger picture thinking is going to be expected to be communicated amongst people, right? So when you start being over talkative and you start sharing ideas, some that sound outlandish and impossible, you may even make promises to a lot of people at this time that you just can't cover. You can't make it. You can't make it to that appointment. You can't be on time with that thing that you said you was going to be on time on. We know that to be Jupiter and Gemini energy. And what happens? We actually play that shit out, right? That's basically what we're talking about right now. Do we own Jupiter and Gemini? It depends. When we choose to participate in the energy, yeah. But when we don't, it's no. It's whoever wants to jump in and take the ball, grab the ball, pause, then go ahead. You could play in that energy if you want. I'm going to go over here with Saturn and Pisces energy right now. I'm going to toy with that etheric energy. You know what I'm saying? And if we converse on that, I might not be doing too much talking. I'm going to just be showing you. I might talk less and just shoot you a link. Here, this is what I did. This is what I did. Link after link after link. You're like, damn, you don't want to talk, nigga? Nah, I don't want to talk, because I get to talking with you. We're going to be talking and talking, and we're going to be talking about fucking and titties and all type of other shit. And that's not what I'm trying to talk about right now. Right? Gemini might be in the 8th house for them. They want to get their titties sucked. They want to talk about that. And I'm not in that vibe right now. I'm in Saturn and Pisces. Chill, calm your tits. You know? Type shit. Conceptually, Mayon and Citrix, Zion and the Matrix, with various node modes. Okay, Robbie, you gotta bring it down a little bit to earth for me. I know I be talking my shit and I'm kinda out there, but if you can, Robbie, turn it down a notch for me. Just break it down a little bit for me. You know what I mean? Please. What else I wanted to talk about? Heroism. I did want to talk about heroism being an 8th house construct. And, well, 8th house in Scorpio, to be exact. This is the time, y'all. This is the time. I know for a lot of us. Well, let me say this. I know for some of us, because a lot of us would be the majority of the red side. And like I said, I probably have more red ideologies that I promote and support over blue. However, when I look at the power distance of this nation, I'm not dumb. I know what's going on. You know, I know when power is being flexed in front of me on purpose, intentionally. So this is the time to be a hero. If you ever thought, if you get chills up your spine when you watch superhero movies and shit like that, or you watch Rocky or Rambo, whatever the fuck it is, and you believe that you can do that shit, and that's gonna be some real life shit, if you still feel that way, this is the time that you should be building up your heroism. It's still Scorpio season. The thoughts that are traveling through your mind right now are the deepest emotions that you feel right now. Like you're gonna stand up for something, even for someone, your family, your community. Like you could be a vigilante right now. You could really go all out and just be like, fuck that. This is the time to do it. This is the time to do it. Because some people feel that way, right? Scorpio, again, ruled by the 12th house in America. Some of those people are heroes. Even if it's in their own mind that they got to go lay down in a bush somewhere on top of a building and shoot a fucking prime minister's head off. And they feel like they doing it for their country. They're a hero in somebody's eyes. Definitely in their eyes, right? And they might just be heroes. And heroes don't only come behind the scope of a gun. There's a hero out there somewhere making. I just seen a video of some dude. He just built a fucking mini home. And he's trying to put the shit out there because he feels he could solve homelessness with these homes. These homes are no wider than this couch. No wider than this area that I'm sitting in to do this podcast. This shit got a stove, a microwave, a bed that folds up and turns into it folds up from a couch and it turns into a full-size bed. Full size, not even a twin, a full size bed. The shit got cupboards, 2 cupboards that you could put your clothes in and shit like that. Unfucking believable. Will he get it off the ground? Will it expand? Will the government intervene and say, no, you can't help homeless people? Or just let homeboy do his motherfucking thing? But that's some hero shit to do. You know? His best route might be to go get a government contract, right? The Mars guy is getting government contracts. That's the majority of the reason why he's rich, right? So maybe that's the route to take. Go get a fucking government contract so that shit could get, you know what I mean? The same way that they got those homes, Amazon selling them, right? Tesla selling them too. Fucking portable homes and shit like that. That costs way less. Like who the fuck will go pay? Let me not answer that question. This is what I'm saying about shit just being storage units. If you know that there's a fucking portable house that you can go buy somewhere for like 50 grand and put it on an acre of land somewhere in West Bubblefuck, right? You could be way out there off the grid. Ain't nobody gonna care if you start a little garden back there. You know what I mean? Got your little cucumbers and shit. Pause. You'd go pay 750 grand for a house out here some fucking where? Why? For why? So you can hoard it and then sell it for 800,000, 850. And who's gonna buy that from you? Like, what the fuck is wrong? This is why I be like, yo, sometimes this is what I also want to say. Sometimes you're protected when you don't have all of the money in the world. Because you will probably be doing some dumb ass shit, B. You will probably be doing some dumb shit when you could just live your life, live in the moment, do the thing that you love doing. I just seen another saying that said, find what you love to do and let it kill you. I forgot the dude name who championed the term, but he lived a long life. He lived a long life and he was successful in society's eyes later on in his life. But he lived a long, if y'all know his name, get in the comment section, even if you watch this on a replay. He was a writer. And the majority of his life, society looked at him as a loser. You know, he might have even looked at himself as a loser. But, you know, he struggled a lot just to get by. But he always did what he loved. He always did what he fucking loved. And then later on in his life, he became successful, or what is deemed to be successful as a writer, right? So to me, it just makes more fucking sense. Because it all goes back in the box any fucking way. Just like Monopoly. It all goes back in the box. If you believe you're going to go to fucking Mars with homeboy and them, go ahead. Go ahead. Work your ass off, save all your money. I know some people who work so fucking hard. They're miserable people though. I got a son in the sixth house. I gotta tell myself on a daily basis, chill the fuck out, B. It all goes back in the box, B. It all goes back in the box. So I was just using that as an analogy. If you believe you're going to Mars and you're saving all your money to go on, you're going to Mars with your MAGA hat on and you're going with Elon, you're right behind them on the shuttle or whatever the case may be, knock yourself out. Because I'm going to be doing what the fuck I love to do in return. On the other end of that, I'm going to be doing what I love. And I would hope people could do the same fucking thing in their lives, B. Word up. VR is something that I'm actually, look, when they brought the whole VR thing up before, I was excited about it, but I feel like this, right? If we can't get on the same page, and when I say same page, I mean at least on some open source shit. I keep saying, man, Web 3.0 is such a special thing. But I know why there's been such a slow time getting to it. And it's because a lot of people whose power in the tech industry is centralized, shit is going to dissipate when Web 3.0 gets accelerated. Because the whole point of Web 3.0 is to decentralize. So what I'm saying in layman's terms is this. If I put on a VR headset owned by Facebook, so to speak, right now, right? And this is just a theory of mine. I don't own one. What is it, the Oculus? I don't own one. But if I was to put it on right now, I would have to utilize my profile from Facebook, right? Dress my avatar the way that I want to dress it. Find the community that I want to go in, or the Facebook land or whatever they call it, right? Probably sure they got different communities within it, but I'm going to have to remain within the confines of that structure, of the Facebook meta structure. Excuse me. Now, what happens when another company such as Apple, they've joined in on the game now, right? They got their VR headset. Let's say I want to go into Apple, Tim Cook and them. I don't know, is Tim still running it or whatever, but I want to go into their thing. They're going to say, hey, look, you go on your iPhone, you make your profile, you take your Apple ID, right? You build your avatar with that. So now I'm building the same fucking avatar all over again that I built in Facebook and Meta, right? Doing my best to make sure that it looks like that one or whatever the case may be, just so I can enter into their world. And the shit is going to continue to go that if Google come up with one, I'm going to have to do the same fucking thing with them. Avatar after avatar after avatar after avatar. Until soon I'm just going to be like, man, what the fuck, man? Why I can't just take one avatar and go into all of you motherfuckers' palaces the way that I am and let my nuts hang? Pause, but on some real shit. Like, what the fuck? It's because everybody is so egotistical and power driven. Oh, no, you got to do this because this is our rules and our regulations. Look, listen. When you get into the Web 3.0 area of things, you decentralize. So my point is, you'll make one avatar and be like, yo, knock, knock on Meta. They like, yo, who is it? It's me, motherfucker. It's me, bitches. Showtime. Let me in. And the same avatar goes into Apple. The same avatar goes into everybody else who got a fucking VR world out there, whatever the case may be. Second Life, for those of y'all who ever played Second Life, yeah. But it would be the same avatar. You understand what I'm saying? You can't put no holds on me and tell me what the rules and you can't do that, because I'll just go back to my Web 3.0 station and I'll be building my own shit. So a lot of people going to lose power. That might be another reason why Warren backed out too. A lot of people going to lose power in the tech industry when Web 3.0 roll out. But if it ain't out there, I'm not enthused as I would be. I'm not ecstatic to put all of that real estate in a company that don't really give a fuck about me, B. You know? But when you start fleshing out those motherfucking 3.0 websites on your own, or you link up with people who are not so egotistical that they don't want you to be in on it, they running some open source code shit, and they like, yo, just come to my environment. We'll teach you how to build your own avatar. You could chill in here. You know what I'm saying? You could build your own shit in here. You could build your own store in here. You could trade in here. You know what I mean? We do our own shit. We get our own headsets eventually. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't got the resources to do at that level, you say, fuck it. All right, we go get a Meta headset. We go get an Apple headset. And we just gonna go in there, and the people that we meet in there, we gonna be like, yo, come over here to my Web 3.0 shit. We selling this, that, and the third. Oh, why y'all don't bring it over here? Because Mark and them won't let us. Because they hating. They don't want to share the power type shit. I'm telling you, that's what's happening right now, and that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. I would love to go in VR worlds and shit like that, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit'd be dope as fuck to me. But I'm not going to be in there just wasting away like, and I ain't getting no work done. I ain't getting no bargain out of it. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Where's my robotic titties? I'm trying to suck some fucking 3D titties too. Like, fuck out of here. I'm like, nah. It ain't going to go how y'all think it's going to go. Yep, a bunch of new reflections, but they going to try to mesh it like a one world type of thing where it's like portals. Right. Now, you know, of course, it's gonna be a great money grab when it comes to that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I would love it if they built a portal that my avatar from my world can come in without having to, you know, be a part of their shit or use my Facebook profile. Like, come on, man. Fuck out of here, B. Let my shit be universal. Blockchain Benjamin. You know what I'm saying? Just in that bitch like, yeah, what up? Showtime. Fuck is we talking about? You know what I mean? I want my, you know what I mean? Dress my avatar up and all that. Like, yeah. Do the podcast in there. Like, yeah, stop playing with me. Have some digital real estate everywhere. I'd fucking love that shit. Because that's what it is when it comes to portals. And that's what we doing anyway. Trying to be telepathic out here. Like, you know? Making something out of nothing. Digital spaces. Making money out of digital spaces. This is the greatest time to fucking be alive, and people are going bananas over this orange dude. Like, yo, focus on your life, B. Focus on the shit you got going on in front of you, B. Like, this is the greatest fucking time to be alive, man. You shitting me? So yeah, I see the upside of this too. But again, if we talking tech, you gotta be realistic, man. Them tech niggas, them tech giants got the shit in a smash right now. And if you haven't been learning coding, it's okay. I'm not gonna beat you up if you haven't been learning coding, right? That shit is like Chinese arithmetic. Like, that shit is. But with AI on the rise, I'd say about in the next probably 3 years, you'll probably be able to build your own Facebook on a 2.0 level. With the assistance of AI, you're going to have to know a few things. But just imagine that you give an instruction to an AI and say, yeah, I want to make something that's sort of like Facebook. Not the same thing because I don't want to get sued. But yeah, something like that. Something kind of like that. And then that shit just spit out the whole code. And all you got to do is know how to set up some HTML pages and put it, slap the shit on the server. And you got your own shit going. Do you know what's going to happen in this world? You fucking kidding me? I'm gonna be like, yo, come hang out at my spot. Be at my digital spot. Whoa. Don't knock on my fucking door unless I really fucks with you like that. But come hang out at my spot. I'll come hang out at yours. You ain't got a digital land yet? What AI you fucking with? Build your own shit, B. You fucking shitting me? Like, you're gonna be able to make something out of nothing, B. But people, man, concerned with people taking jobs from you and shit like those are the hardest labor jobs that you wasn't fucking doing anyway, or that you complain about doing every fucking day anyway. Let them fucking do that shit, B. Why you go fucking build a digital real estate? Like, what are we talking about? Why? This is why I said I'm not arguing with these people. I'm not fucking arguing with these people. We got to really create our own programs, but the VR astrology session would be apex. You feel me? Hold on. I got to blow the horn one time on that, B. Do you feel me? If we build our own software programs. This shit, yo, I'm telling you, man. Look what we doing right now. Like, really just look at the magic of what we're doing right now, right? I don't care if it's 6 people in here, if it's 6,000 people. Y'all know I don't give a fuck. I'm going to talk my shit, right? But just think about the magic. I'm talking in a microphone, looking at a screen that's going through everybody else's screen that can see and hear the same thing that I'm fucking saying right now. And we can do the both. I can see y'all avatar for what an avatar is, right? It's just a thumbnail right now, but I can see your avatar. You can talk back to me. If I wanted to crank it up a notch, I could have somebody come on here on the video screen and we could kick it back and forth as well. And all of the rest of y'all would still be able to watch that. That is fucking magic. That's part of the sixth sense phenomena that I'm talking about. It's magical to be able to do some shit like this. And people are out there just fighting and arguing about the wrong shit, B. Like, get your fucking lives, B. Like, let's chop it up. The more we discuss this type of shit and the more we build this type of shit, the more we're going to have. But the more that's a distraction. The more that we are distracted from the shit that they trying to lord fear over, which is a bunch of tangible shit. You think I'm going to give a fuck in the next 3 to 5 years about all that tangible talk? Nah, buddy. I already got digital fucking designs of things that I'm going to make tangible. Preparing for the shit that we talking about right now. Next 3 to 5 years, I'm not going to give a fuck about, you know what I mean? Just stay out my way. Just don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stay out my way, B. But other than that, we cool. Dead ass, huge digital arcade, right? Let's play these fucking games. Like, and for the chicks out there, for y'all, y'all getting mad at niggas playing games and shit? Shit, hold my beer, because you ain't seen nothing yet. Niggas is going to be on these headsets. I look at the future looking at like this. Like, niggas being on a treadmill early in the morning, coffee, fucking protein shake or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Do your workout, because you do want to be as physical as you possibly can during this time as well. Because you're going to need the energy to deal with the computing power of this type of digital shit, right? And then you're going to want to get into your digital real estate, you know what I'm saying? Suck all the titties that you can while you can, and then get in your fucking digital real estate, B, and go make it happen. You're going to be making money in your sleep. Informational products are still... informational products is going to be up. Astrological products is going to be up right now because people want to know what the fuck is really going on. See how I broke down the Trump presidency? Just looking in the stars, I could tell that he was going to win. You know how many other astrologers have done that? Do you know how many other astrologers have informed people with a whole lot of money of that same very thing? People be wanting to know. Not everybody be wanting to know, but some people be wanting to know. And the more that we have access to this digital space, the more people, they're not going to be able to help it. Somebody's going to run across this video who don't know me, who never seen me before. They're going to stumble on this shit. And they're going to be like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Astrology after dark. Y'all believe in that horoscope shit? And then they're going to see how long I'm speaking for. And be like, this nigga ain't stopped speaking yet. Nah. There's people out there who are actually want to know about this shit. Shit, I got records to prove it. Somebody just thanked me the other day. Thank you so much for the reading. That shit makes me inside because it be accurate. If it wasn't accurate, people be like, give me my fucking money back. This astrology bullshit. You know? Fuck that. People want to know now. So the coaching industry is about to boom. The shit gonna skyrocket. You know, some people coach people in other different types of ways. You know, my coaching, my consultancy comes in the form of astrology. You know, because although I can be a great person at just on a psychological level that help people with their issues and shit like that, I be wanting to give them facts to say, look, you don't gotta believe me. You can even go get a second opinion. And I'm telling you, for the most part, I believe in other astrologers so much that I'd be like, yo, you could even get a second opinion. You could go outside of me and ask if this is accurate. I'm so confident in this craft that I know that you're gonna find the same answers over there, and you might find something in addition. You can't be a hater as an astrologer. You can't. Like, you can't hate on other astrologers. You just can't. It's astrology, B. Like, you can't. I don't think you can and still really care about the craft. Because who the fuck is lying? Who got time to be lying when you're an astrologer? The stars are telling on every fucking body. Fuck is we talking about? I just want to know how we can appreciate our earth body and our digital body simultaneously in a healthy way. Right, exactly. Air, let me blow a horn on that too. Pause. I remember I was on Rikers, right? Quick jail story. Speaking about convicted felons, right? So fuck it. Let's bring up a little jail story, but this is a good one. Usually when I do, I talk about good stuff anyway. So I'm in Rikers Island on my last bid. I'm finishing up the time that I was doing in New York. I got extradited back to New York. I had to finish some time for a case I had up here. And, you know, when you're on Rikers in the 6th building, like, you gotta get busy, B, or that shit'll fucking tear your fucking life apart, right? It'll fuck with your mind, B. Especially when you're short. When you're on a countdown, your time is short. It's like, oh, you gotta do something or that time will fucking drag. So I started going to school. I went to school for computer repair. Me, I'm not tech savvy at all at this time, right? But I'm like, fuck it, the computers is the future. I just got this hunch, right? Computers is the future. Come to find out I got Uranus in the 3rd house. I didn't know that then. I'm like, fuck it. Robbie said I'm a draconic Gemini. We're going to get to that because I done seen the dragons. I done seen the reptiles. Hold on, right? I'm going to get to y'all in a second. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going for computer repair. I go in there, teacher, mad cool. But there's something mystical about this teacher. I know mystical when I see it. And I'm like, yo, what is it about this dude that make him seem trippy? He make it seem like it's one of those movies, or it's just one of those scenarios where it's like improv. It's like, say your line. You meet someone and you're just waiting for them to say something. It could be a complete stranger. And it's just like, because you're waiting to say the response. It's like you already know what the response is. You're just waiting for your cue. After they say what they say, that's how this teacher was. And he used to be looking at us like he knew too. So it's like you was hanging on every last word because it's like you kind of knew what he was going to say. And we was talking about computers one day and I'm like, he was breaking down because we had to open up the computer. Like, you see the motherboard. Why is it called a motherboard? You know me, B. Niggas start asking questions. That's a motherboard? Why is it a motherboard? It got titties? What is going on here? Why does this look like that? Why does this look like a city? Why is this called a hard drive? And eventually I'm just like, yo, keep it a bean with us, B. We're going to become cyborgs, aren't we? I said it just like that, right? Now, dude started laughing. He's smiling. But he was like, he paused and he was like, no, we're not. I hope not. But what he was really saying was, yeah, we are. We're going to become cyborgs. We're going to be like Cable out this bitch. We're going to be infusing shit. I don't know so far about bolting shit onto us, but we're going to be adding like attachments onto us and, again, incorporating this technology as an addition to ourselves. And I feel like we got to be healthy individuals in this body in order to do that in an efficient way. Right? Because there's groups out there right now that are boycotting 5G towers and shit like that, saying how disastrous it can and will be. And it's just like, I don't think anything on this earth would be able to be created to take humanity out if humanity boosted their intelligence to its highest potential and capacity. You know, this human body, no computer is beating this human body. I don't think the average person looks at themselves in that high of a regard, and that's sad. I think we should, and we always should. We should always be looking at how to strengthen ourselves and make ourselves better, because I feel that way too. Some people feel like they can't live without their phone, and it's like, yeah, duh. Like, there's a lot of power packed in that small little fucking square box. Saturn, it's an extension of you, though. Why are we not talking about the great benefits of that? It's always this, oh, you know, they trying to distract us and they trying to kill us and yada yada. What great things have you done with the technology? What great things have you done with your phone? What great things have you done with your computer? Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Again, don't prepare for the worst case scenario. Prepare for the best. Fuck is we talking about? I know I'm talking a lot, but do you mess with draconic astrology? I haven't really delved into it. I haven't. It's all good. Say what you must. This is the part of the podcast where I actually open up the forum for y'all to talk y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I haven't delved into that, you know. But that's what's another thing that's great about astrology. There's a few things I haven't delved into in astrology yet. And part of it is because, like, as an astrologer, when you sign up, it's kind of like in the first year, you automatically know that you're going to be a student for life. So as I progress and the more I progress, the more I speak on astrology, the more work I get. I'm not saying I'm like loaded up with tons of readings and backed up like I got tons of readings waiting for me. I don't, because I still try to live my life in a way that is pleasing. Because if I was miserable with it, I wouldn't want to do it. And I don't want to take that out on nobody. I definitely don't want to damage myself from it. But the readings that come my way and when it's time to do it, it interferes with me being a student. You know what I mean? It takes time away from me being a student. So I haven't learned everything that I need to learn about astrology, but it's still dope as fuck because I still get to get called a good astrologer while I'm learning it. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is people still trust me enough to spend their money with me and say, yo, I like how you articulate this astrology shit. Like, I love listening to your videos. I love learning from you. Even the shit that I don't pay for, like, I love it so much. I do want to get a reading from you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, they don't even know. Like, if a client was to ask me, do you participate in a draconian astrology? I'd have to tell them the truth. Like, no, I don't. I'd love to learn it. And 9 times out of 10, I am. But I wouldn't lead them on and say, oh, yeah, I do. But I know people. People will be like, yo, I think you should do it. And if you do it, I'll pay it. I'll pay for it. Let me know when you do it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how people are. That's how human nature is. You just be like, damn, that's a beautiful thing. Like, all right, I'm going to go learn that shit now. You know what I'm saying? I've had that happen to me. That's why I'm actually speaking confidently like that, because I've actually had that happen to me. Okay, so when you say you're a draconic Gemini, that's what you're saying, Robbie. Okay. In draconian astrology, you're a Gemini. Got you. First time on here, and love how you are telling it how it is. Thank you, Kim. One time for Kim. I'm gonna put a star on that too. And shout out to y'all that are contributing in the comment section. Like, I live for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Do your motherfucking thing. Especially once I hit like the 2-hour mark. Do your motherfucking thing. You know? But I get back and forth with my people in between there too, because you know that helps. To me, it just helps to stop here and there and see what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? But still be able to get my message out. You know, to be able to at least control the flow and the direction of the podcast. But yeah, once I hit the 2-hour mark, it's we free balling, so to speak. Pause. And anything in the wrong will be in the loss in the wrong. You's a philosopher, Robbie. Come on, Robbie. Come on, talk English, man. I know you got it. You got it. That sounds, again, poetic. I think I can decipher that, though, for the most part. What else? Any other questions? I'm trying to think about more 8th house shit. You know what I was thinking about the other night? I'm like, I ain't really bring up sex. I'm probably going to wait, though, because... I probably have been subconsciously waiting because I don't want to always seem like a horn dog, you know what I'm saying? And like push myself on the audience and be like, oh yeah, you know, we got to talk about fucking where the titties at, you know what I mean? But it is an 8th house thing. It is a Scorpio thing, and it is Scorpio season. But I don't know. A lot of people are sexually frustrated right now. I think that got a lot to do with the North Node in Aries too. A lot of toys and vibrators out there being put to use. Ice cream and cherry pies and shit. Draconic astrology is called the chart of the soul, the moon chart. It is when we use our natal chart, north node, and bring it all the way back to 0 degrees Aries, and it shows you your draconic alignments. Right, I didn't know it as detailed as you just put it. Let me sound a horn on that one time. I heard about it too, and I'm just like, okay. I think one of my questions was why, but I think it has something to do with one of the stars. Oh, what the fuck is this star, man? Not the constellation in the 12 signs, but it's another star of why this is even looked at in this type of way. Yeah, I think I actually heard part of the Aries part, or whatever the case may be. That's what actually brought me back to something that I heard. I wonder what is it? How should I word this? What is its purpose? Does it have some type of relation to another star in the constellations? Is what I'm thinking, or what I'm asking, I guess. Because I'd like to know what its purpose is. There's so many different avenues in astrology that it's just you're always gonna be a student, yo. Always gonna be a student. But I'm gonna look into that even more, just because it popped up on today's episode. Like, I feel like that's kind of like guided. And if we're taking it back to 0 degrees Aries, something to do with fire. So I gather that probably has some type of significance. Dragon, fire breathing dragon, you know what I'm saying? The fire element, or what have you. Something to take into consideration. But let me make sure I don't have nothing else in my notes to go over. All right, yeah, for the most part, that's pretty much it. We'll be back here next week, same time. We got about how many weeks left in the season? 16. About one more, to be honest. 16 plus 7, 23rd. Maybe 2. I know we definitely got one more, so I might put emphasis on next week on some sexual shit. A lot of astrologers I've researched interpreted the draconic chart as the inner self of the inner self. Whoa. In terms of the draconic moon energy. I'm gonna look into that shit, because that shit just sound deep as fuck, to have an inner self of the inner self. Yeah, I want that depth in my life. Pause. That's crazy. Oh, no problem. You don't even gotta mention it. No problem. This is my shit. You know what I'm saying? Another one under the belt, and I enjoy doing it. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for taking y'all time out, hanging out with me, and just chopping it up, making this a place where we can have this type of discussion. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to actually record it too, and we can always be able to come back and open the discussion back up, piggyback on what has been discussed. It'll be dope to even see what things came into fruition that we've spoken about. You know what I mean? It's a time machine, bars, but it's a time machine. This internet shit is a time machine, so we're gonna utilize it the best that we possibly can. All right, y'all. Until next time, I'm out.